Welcome to the Falcon Media Sports Network pregame show for women's basketball tonight between the Bowling Green Falcons and the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. I'm joined in studio by
Noah Seeley
and
Trey Kennedy,
as they will be the studio analyst for today's matchup. Coming into the season, the Falcons had an 18-13 record a year ago, 11-7 in conference play. For Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, they went 13-16 and an even 9-9 record last year. Both teams looking to start off well on opening night down in Louisiana in the Cajun Dome. Any final thoughts before we go to an initial break here?
It's going to be a great game. Can't wait.
Can't wait to get this season rolling here, Adam.
So we will be back from the Cooleen Center in just a few moments. And sorry for the technical difficulties that went off air for a moment, but we have it fixed now. So we'll be back in just a minute.
I guess I called AA because alcohol didn't work anymore. Drinking used to give me a sense of meaning in life. I called AA not knowing what to expect. Certainly not cheerfulness, but that's what I got. People had humor. They seemed to be at ease. I hung around. Now I feel much more comfortable with myself and the people around me.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network pregame show as we move into more of the Bowling Green conversation. And I want to have you guys start off with what you expect from Bowling Green tonight.
You know, Adam, I think it's going to be a great showing, especially I can't wait to see how guard Paige Kohler performs here today, especially her kind of taking that leadership role of this team.
Yeah, without a doubt, Trey. Paige Kohler was a great part of the team last year. She's going to do great this year. The person that I want to look towards is Janae Donahue. Bowling Green has the height advantage in this game. I think they're going to look a lot more towards the inside of that post and use their height advantage to take control of the game. Especially
when she was MAC's all-freshman team and chosen to be the MAC's all-defensive team and was huge in getting steals too, leading the entire MAC in steals, Donahue that being.
Yeah, I mean, she does a great job. She's so tall for a guard. I mean, if you also want to look down towards the paint, you can go to Taya Ellis, junior forward. She was impressive in her exhibition versus Worcester. She was able to score, rebound, kind of do it all. And I think that's kind of what the Bowling Green offense needs to do with going in against this Louisiana team who doesn't really have an identity yet because they have no returning players. All they have is their coach as an identity. So they need to just come out and be dominant early.
And take advantage of that new look Louisiana team, too, like you said. I can't wait to see how this game unfolds.
So now, after you guys got through the Bowling Green side of things, what do you expect from this Louisiana team coming up?
Yeah, and I think one thing that's really weird about this, Adam, is it's hard to figure out what to expect because there are no returning players, like we mentioned. So you really can only look at their coach and their record last year. So their head coach, Gary Broadhead, he's coming off a disappointing season last year, finished 13-16, nothing special, including a 9-9 record in Sun Belt Conference play. That's all you can really look at. You can look at the players, but it all depends on how well they mesh with their coach and the rest of the team.
I guess two players that I'll be looking out for, and this one is Zilly Ba, who in all likelihood will use her height to help make a difference in that Louisiana offense, and Amaja Price, who will likely come off the bench in this one, but also might have a spark for that Louisiana team.
Yeah, Ba is really going to be the only person that can kind of withstand the height of Bowling Green. She's the only one. She's 6'3". She's one of two players on this Ragin' Cajun team that is above 6 foot, whereas Bowling Green has 7 6 foot or taller. So it really is going to come down to if she can withstand how many tall players the Falcons have.
Both of you mentioned sort of Taya Ellis and how you expect good things from her. Who else out of the taller players in Bowling Green do you think can take advantage of that height difference?
You know, I'm looking at a ton of players, and I can't wait to see what Lauren Gherkin does, especially her having that injury last year in her freshman season. As a sophomore, I can't wait to see how she enthralls herself within this offense, making a difference on this Bowling Green team.
Yeah, without a doubt, Trey. And I think another person that you need to look at, not necessarily because of how they're going to play on the court, but because of their role, their senior role, they've been here for a long time. I'm going to talk about Kendall Moxie, 6'3", one of the tallest players on the team. She's just going to be one of those glue guys that even though she might not be able to record every stat on the court, she's been here for 4 years now. I would look towards her.
Kendall Moxie's another one who's also 6'3", another huge player for the Bowling Green offense, who is going to get those boards for you and make a difference on this Bowling Green Falcons offense.
And we just found out now Taya Ellis will be starting at the 5 tonight, as we were told by Lucas Kleinmeyer, who's going to be on the call today down in the Cajun Dome. So finding that out, as you guys just mentioned her. But any final little things you want to point out about these teams before we head into another break?
Go Falcons.
Yeah. Ziggy.
Okay. Well, we'll be back and talk a little bit of a roundtable talk about anything else they want in the game. So stay tuned for Falcon Media Sports Network's women's basketball pregame show here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Ever heard of Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcast on Falcon Radio or WBGU 88.1 FM but don't know where to listen? Well, set down the radio, pick up your phone, and go to bgfalconmedia.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to stream Falcon Radio and WBGU 88.1 FM for all broadcasts. Ever wanted to hear what a BGSU coach or player says after a game? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to watch post-game press conferences for all BGSU home volleyball, soccer, football, hockey, and basketball games.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network's women's basketball pregame show here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Adam Duffin joined alongside by Noah Seeley and Trey Kennedy in the studio. And guys, let's just talk about what you expect from sort of this game here and your thoughts today.
I want to see how this defense, in particular for Bowling Green, heads into this season. I know it's something that head coach Fred Shamil has mentioned time and time again, the physicality he wants to bring on this defensive side. I cannot wait to see how this plays out.
Yeah, and adding on to that, they had a pretty decent defensive season last year, but they are losing a couple of pieces, whether it's for graduation or transfer. Players like Amy Velasco, Lexi Fleming, Erica Porter, they're no longer on the team. So it's kind of going to look a little bit different for the Falcons. Whereas it's a little bit different for the Cajuns because they have a whole new team. But for the Falcons, they're losing 3 key pieces. So it kind of depends on where everyone's going to play.
That chemistry, similarly to how Louisiana will have to identify themselves, the same thing will have to be set for Bowling Green.
Whereas obviously it is a little bit less than having a whole 12-woman roster change. But for the Falcons, it's still key pieces that are going to be gone.
You want to see that leadership, that growth, and communication on both ends of the floor.
And I think that's kind of where you started off this pregame show on, is Paige Kohler. She's going to have to step up. She was a leader last year. She's only growing. She's a junior guard now. She's only getting more and more into that leadership role.
She averaged 13.6 points per game last season, right behind Amy Velasco, who graduated a season ago.
Yeah, and I would expect that number to grow, Trey. Without a doubt, she is a scorer. She knows how to score. She knows how to facilitate. She's going to do it all.
And I just want to point out here, we did just get the starting 5s now for both teams. Paige Kohler, Jonae Donahue, Taya Ellis, Kiera Miller, and Joniah Bland-Fitzpatrick are the starting 5 for the Falcons. Now, on the Louisiana side, it's Sierra Jones, Jasmine Jackson, Imani Daniel, Michaela Manley, and Marina Artero. So for the Falcons, sort of what we expected heading into the game. Louisiana, however, different from what they trotted out during the exhibition. So your guys' thoughts as we got the starting five just now.
Like we just mentioned, Paige Kohler, Taya Ellis, I want to see those two really command the offense, command the basketball, and take charge on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, and looking over at Louisiana, obviously we kind of figured that Mariana Artero was going to get that start, obviously being the junior forward. I think I'd like to see her step up in this kind of expanded role that we don't know if it is going to be considered expanded or not, but we're going to look for her, I'd assume, to be the leader.
It's tough to say expanded role when none of them were on the team last year.
You have no clue.
But for most of them, expanded roles, at least in minutes played, just compared to the previous programs they were at. But anything else from you two?
No, but another player we haven't mentioned yet because of the starting lineup, Donahue. I can't wait to see how she enthralls herself with this offense, her being a sophomore now for the Bowling Green side.
Yeah, if you want to look at the Raging Cajun side, kind of looking at Sierra Jones, I mean, we don't know, obviously, that much about this Raging Cajuns team, but wasn't really looking that she was going to get to start based off of how they played in their exhibition games. So having her there is going to be different. We're going to have to see how it goes.
Okay, well, we'll be back here on WBGU 88.1 for the Falcons women's basketball pregame show in just a few moments after a little break. Stay tuned.
Falcon Media Sports Network will have an in-studio pregame show for all football broadcasts this season, beginning approximately 25 minutes before the kickoff for each game. Make sure to tune in on Falcon Radio for our newly extended coverage.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network women's basketball pregame show in the Cooling Center as Bowling Green will face Louisiana tonight. But let's talk about the matches that are going on around the MAC tonight, as Louisiana and Bowling Green is part of the Sun Belt and MAC Mid-American Conference Challenge. So all those teams are facing each other tonight. It already started at 6 p.m. with Buffalo facing Marshall, Kent State versus James Madison, Central Michigan and Georgia Southern, Miami against Coastal Carolina, Western Michigan against Appalachian State, and UMass against Old Dominion. Now, at the 7 o'clock window, along with the Bowling Green game, Northern Illinois and Southern Mississippi, Toledo taking on Troy, Eastern Michigan taking on the University of Louisiana Monroe, Akron facing South Alabama at 8, along with Ball State taking on Arkansas State, and Ohio taking on Texas State. For all those games, the MAC teams are on the road as Sun Belt's hosting for this part of the Sun Belt MAC Challenge. So, Trey, you have some games going on outside of the MAC that you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the game that already happened that was a nationally ranked team between both sides is number ranked 7 Duke and number 16th ranked Baylor, and Baylor came away victorious, winning 58-52. But later today at 10, we got San Diego State playing number 3 ranked UCLA. Number 4 Texas takes on Incarnate Word at 8, and number 22 ranked Oklahoma State takes on New Orleans at 7:30 tonight as well.
Now, those some exciting games. Obviously, we also have the men's basketball game going on at the same time as the women's game, as the Falcons host Texas State at the Stroh Center tonight. But we'll be right back after we preview the Athlete of the Week.
To listen to replays of recent Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcasts, tune in to WBGU 88.1 FM every weekday morning from midnight to 3 a.m.
Did you know Falcon Media Sports Network has video highlights of BGSU athletic events? To see all the moments from your favorite BGSU teams and athletes, head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel or view them on bgfalconmedia.com.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network pregame show here on WBGU 88.1 FM, as now we will get into the Falcon 4 keys to tonight's game. Trey, you want to start here?
Yeah, I think we already kind of mentioned it a little bit in the get-go, but BG's defense, I cannot wait to see how they attack this Louisiana team, be physical at the point of attack, and like I said, it's something that our head coach, Fred Shamil, has been saying numerous times. Ball movement is another thing, Noah. As they move the ball around, I'm looking at Paige Kohler to find wide-open shots and make this offense lethal. Thirdly, Bowling Green needs to make free throws. They kind of struggled a little bit against the College of Worcester, missing 12 total. And then lastly, I'm looking at Bowling Green's using their overall size, which again, we kind of hit on with how our height advantage can come into play here today.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a totally new mindset this year, Trey. I mean, Bowling Green's roster does consist of a good chunk of returning players, but I think the new faces will also help create a new play style and mindset for the Orange and Brown, and it'll help them succeed even more.
Now, any other final thoughts, predictions heading into this matchup before we throw it to Lucas in Louisiana?
I just want to see Bowling Green make shots and not put any close game between this Louisiana team.
Yeah, for the Falcons, I think it's just important to be dominant right off the start. You have the height advantage. You have the team morale and team spirit advantage because you guys have all been together for a longer period of time. I expect the Falcons to take care of business tonight.
Now, any bold predictions you have? Maybe who's going to lead for the Falcons tonight? Trey?
Paige Kohler is going to have 5 made threes and lead Bowling Green in that stat line.
All right, my prediction, I told Adam this earlier. I'm going to go with Paige Kohler, 20 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. Too shy of a triple-double for both assists and rebounds. That's my hot take.
You know, I guess I'll join in and also do a little take here. I do agree with, I think, the Paige Kohler take, or at least the 20 points part of it. It's always tough to predict things, but I'll join in on predicting things with you guys there. So hopefully, you know, one of us is correct on the night. Can't be all 0 for 3. Trey, I know you want to be correct there, but overall, it should be a great match to start off the season, and we'll take a little break before we throw it to Lucas Kleinmeyer down in Louisiana.
The Zig Zone, Falcon Media Sports Network's weekly radio show dedicated to BGSU athletics, has a new segment. Make sure to tune into the show every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. to listen to the one-on-one segment, where Holden Ruck will interview a key figure in BGSU athletics.
Falcon Media Sports Network produces weekly short-form and long-form social media pieces for in-season sports all year long. Make sure to check out at BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and at BG Falcon Media on Instagram and Facebook to view the content.
Ever wanted to hear what a BGSU coach or player says after a game? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to watch post-game press conferences for all BGSU home volleyball, soccer, football, hockey, and basketball games.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to WBGU 88.1 FM. I'm Adam Duffin here in the Cooling Center, but now I will be sending it off to Lucas Kleinmeyer, who will be calling tonight's game in Louisiana. So I'll send it over to Lucas now. You're on.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Trey. Thank you, Noah, here live in the Cajun Dome here in Lafayette, Louisiana, 2025-2026. BGSU women's basketball season opener is here. The Falcons taking on the Raging Cajuns here. Open up Fred Schimmel's third season in charge with the Falcons. This is going to be the first ever matchup between the Falcons and Louisiana. They've never met in play before. Since this has been installed, the Sun Belt Conference and the Mid-American Conference playing against each other, the Falcons have a 16-6 record against all members of the Sun Belt Conference. Meanwhile, Louisiana, they haven't had the same success. They have a losing record against teams in the MAC. For this Louisiana team, you heard Adam, you heard Trey, you heard Noah, I'll touch on it there in our pregame show. Well done, you three. But this is basically an expansion team here for Louisiana Raging Cajuns. They don't have a single player returning from this team this season. They only have 3 freshmen on this team, 8 transfers. That's just 11 players total on the roster. And for those freshmen, we'll talk about them more in a moment. Amani Dana, who is in the starting 5, Maja Price, and Ariana Patterson. They all combined for 44 of the team's 78 points against Mississippi College and Exposition. They're all going to play. They're all going to see some serious minutes tonight on the floor. And they also have a couple players that Bowling Green has seen in the past. Michaela Manley, the main one, coming from a fellow Southern Belt school in Southern Mississippi. She played against Bowling Green in the season opener last year, so kind of a little bit of deja vu for her. In that game against the Falcons when she was with Southern Miss, she played 11 minutes off the bench, grabbing 3 rebounds as well. So she had quite an impact off the bench. Now going to get the starting nod for this team under head coach Gary Broadhead, who is the all-time winningest head coach in Louisiana program history. This is his 397th career game coaching for Louisiana Lafayette. He has been up and down, sort of say. If you go back to the 2021 season for this Louisiana team, they were the Sun Belt Conference champions. They got a appearance in the WNIT tournament, but since then it's been up and down. It's not just a whole new team for Broadhead and his team. It's also a whole new coaching staff. There's not a single coach that is returning from this year. From last year, they promoted the director of operations to the assistant coaching staff. They were picked 11th in the Sun Belt preseason poll. Like mentioned in the pregame, they're only picked above Texas State, U of L, and South Alabama. So the Raging Cajuns team that doesn't quite have the love in preseason as they would have hoped, but they're going to have something to prove here against Bowling Green on opening night. And for your Falcons, we'll talk more about it. This Bowling Green team that lost to the Buffalo Bulls in the quarterfinals of the MAC tournament for the second straight year under head coach Fred Schmiel. This is his 3rd year beginning with the orange and brown. They're looking to make a little bit of difference. There is no Lexi Fleming. There is no Amy Velasco. There is no more Erica Porter, just like we talked about in pregame. This is a new team with a bunch of new leaders and faces. They're led by Paige Clore. They're led by Nate Donahue. They're led by a bunch of other transfers they got in the portal, but also a couple freshmen, including Kiera Miller, who's also making her first collegiate start tonight against Louisiana Raging Cajuns. We are getting national anthems are finished, and we're now getting the starting 5 introduced for both Bowling Green and Louisiana. We'll take a quick step aside, and when we come back, we'll have tip-off here for the first game of the season between Bowling Green and Louisiana here live on WBGU 88.1 FM.
To listen to replays of recent Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcasts, tune in to WBGU 88.1 FM every weekday morning from midnight to 3 a.m.
What if you were wearing something sexy? What if you were drinking? What if you made the first move? No matter what, sexual assault is never your fault. Support is available 24/7 through the National Sexual Assault Hotline. Call 1-800-656-HOPE or visit RAINN.org. That's RAINN.org. This is Christina Ricci with RAINN, reminding you it's never your fault.
Brought to you by RAINN and this station.
Falcon Media Sports Network produces weekly short-form and long-form social media pieces for in-season sports all year long. Make sure to check out at BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and at BG Falcon Media on Instagram and Facebook to view the content.
Back here in Lafayette, Louisiana, here in the Cajun Dome. Bowling Green in Louisiana here, ready for tip-off to start the 2025-2026 women's basketball season here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Lucas Kleinmeyer, Bowling Green on the road to start this one. They're in their road brown with orange trim going from right to left on your radio dial. Louisiana, and they're all white with the red trim going from left to right on your dial. Taya Ellis will meet center circle to get this one underway. Ellis won the few returns for Bowling Green this season. Running up the starting five with Donahue, Kohler, Miller, and Bland Fitzpatrick. Ball is up. Tip is won from Louisiana, and the season for both these teams is officially underway. No more preseason, no more practices against each other. The full thing is started. Louisiana will start with possession here on the left wing. There's a drive inside and flipped up and in for the first points of the season is Ariana Patterson. Freshman gets her first points, and now fellow freshman Kiera Miller getting her first collegiate start here. Drives to the basket. That one a little too strong, no good. Rebounded here from Manley. Talked about Manley. Is familiar here with Bowling Green. Bounce pass inside to Sierra Jones in the paint. That one no good. Ellis there couldn't hold in the rebound. Get this one back up to Zamani Daniel. That shot no good and held in this time from Taya Ellis. This is a Louisiana team that was last in the Sun Belt in defensive rebounding last year. Here's Paige Kohler on the fast break out to Miller. Another top of key, Janiah Bland Fitzpatrick. One of the transfers coming in for Bowling Green. She takes a bump. It's going to be an offensive foul called on Bland Fitzpatrick. Bland Fitzpatrick came over here from Seton Hall, getting her first piece of action there. It will be Louisiana ball. Reminder again, the starting five for Bowling Green: Miller, Ellis, Kohler, Bland Fitzpatrick, and Donahue. For Louisiana, you have Sierra Jones, Jasmine Jackson, Artero, Amani Daniel, and Michaela Manley for the five for a brand new team. None of these players played with each other last season, and they're all looking to get their first win of the year here. 9:05 left here in the first quarter. 2-0 Louisiana here. First basket made of the season here from Sierra Jones. Inbound here from Jones. Get this one to Jasmine Jackson. Jasmine Jackson bounces off her foot there and just a one-handed shove there right on Paige Kohler, and Kohler draws the offensive foul. That was right in front of the Bowling Green bench here. Near the right wing. So it'll be a turnover for Louisiana, their first one of the game, and Miller will set this one up here for the Falcons. Goes to the right, Bland Fitzpatrick. Left side, Kohler. Kohler top of the key, Bland Fitzpatrick now right wing. Here's Miller. Miller drives to the left. Trying to get an option here with Kohler. Still looking for an option. Right wing, here's Bland Fitzpatrick. Donahue, 7 on the shot clock here for Bowling Green. Donahue now drives inside with 5 on the shot clock. A lot of contact, no good. Offensive foul is going to go on the sophomore Donahue. So a slow start offensively here for Bowling Green here in the Cajun Dome. 2-0 still Louisiana. 8:32 left here in the first quarter. That's another empty possession there for Bowling Green. Here's Jackson. Jackson guard with Kohler here, top of the key. Right wing gets it out here to Manley. Manley inside, wide open three right in front of the Bowling Green bench is Jackson, and Jasmine Jackson knocks it down. 5-0 Raging Cajuns, 8:11 left here in the first. Miller will bring it up for Bowling Green. Here's Donahue, drives inside the paint. Nice, and a finish through contact. Donahue got the one to go, and now has a chance to make it a three-point play here from the charity stripe. First points of the season belong from the Fort Wayne native. Donahue entering her second season with Bowling Green. She's the player that was All-MAC defensive team last season and freshman team, playing in 28 games. 17 of those were starts, averaging 7.3 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, and nearly 2 assists per game. She led the entire MAC in steals last season. That one up and good. Three-point play there is made. 5-3 now your score, Louisiana. 8 minutes left now here in the first. This one's going to be brought up here from Jackson. Jackson works her way left. Handing off there, mid-range jumper there from Manley, and she drains it. Right over Ellis, make it 7-3, and now a 4-point lead for Raging Cajuns. 7:43 left in the first. Donahue left wing, Bland Fitzpatrick drives baseline. Offensive foul, going to be on Bland Fitzpatrick. That's going to be her second. And it's going to be a first change made for Bowling Green. Lauren Gherkin, who missed the remainder of last year, majority of last year, I should say, due to injury. She's going to check in. Bland Fitzpatrick is going to check out. Lauren Gherkin, a player that played a handful of games in that conference play before her season was cut short due to injury. Here's Jackson. Manley guarded by Lauren Gherkin. Inside Manley, a lot of contact on Ellis. That shot wouldn't fall, but Ellis is going to get tagged for that foul. A lot of fouls early now for Bowling Green. That's going to be their fourth foul early in this first quarter. 7:23 left in the first. 7-3 Louisiana. Now a chance to extend it here from the charity stripe, Michaela Manley. Mentioned Manley, transfer from Southern Mississippi, junior from Lake Charles, Louisiana. That first one is off the mark. .5'8" went to Barb High School. Second one is up, off front of the rim, and rolls in and falls. So 1 for 2 trip from the free throw line there. Here's Miller, setting the offense here from Bowling Green. Donahue out left wing, Lauren Gherkin. Gherkin back top of the key. Here's Donahue drives, a lot of contact there from Manley. And Manley gets tight, first foul there. Donahue got herself open in lane to drive to the rim. That's way too much contact there for Manley. Our head of referee tonight is Eric Koch. Umpire LaShonda Kidd, Jessica Christopher. Our two other umpires. Donahue puts this one back in play. Miller, left wing, gets out to Gherkin. Gherkin will try a three from the left wing. A little too strong. Rebound held in here from Ellis. Ellis, there strong, finishes just a little bit short. Donahue picks up again. The third bite of the apple is in for Bowling Green. Donahue gets that one to go. She has all 5 points here early for Bowling Green. 8-5 Louisiana. 6:45 left to play here in the first. Here comes Louisiana once again. Sierra Jones this time to set the play. Graduate student out of Brooklyn, New York. Left wing guarded by here Kohler. Top of the key, three on the way here. Jasmine Jackson, that one off left. A little bit short here, didn't even touch rim. Here's Donahue on the fast break. Hands it out to Kohler. Kohler drives. A lot of contact there. Shot wouldn't go there, but she's fouled. Physical start to this one there. That is now a combine of 7 personal fouls. That's going to be 8-5 Louisiana still. Kohler can cut the deficit in. Jaden Cook is going to make her Bowling Green debut here. Her first minutes coming in for Taya Ellis. Cook, transfer, played at East Carolina her freshman year in 2023-2024. Spent last year at Odessa College in Texas. 2020 games, averaging 10 points per game, 5.4 rebounds. We got 150 total. First one was good for Kohler. Second one was good. Perfect trip from the free throw line. And first points for the All-MAC preseason first team selection, Paige Kohler. 8-7 Louisiana. Donahue there almost got a steal there on the fast break there from Jackson. Donahue, physical defense there right in her face. Jackson drives to the rim and good. Found the open lane there. Jasmine Jackson now has 5 here early in the contest. 10-7 Raging Cajuns. Miller, a lot of contact there. Should be called for the travel. Ran into a couple of bodies. Now another change here for Shamil. Miller will check out. Emily Cecil will come back in. Emily Cecil, one of the unsung heroes of this Bowling Green team. Cecil, senior, one of the few seniors on this team. Guard, New Washington, Ohio, played 28 games off the bench last season. Sierra Jones looking to get fast here, Louisiana. Garda here from Page. Hands it out, Manley. Manley drives, gets by Cook. That one up and a little too strong. Defensive rebound held in here from Donahue. Donahue we can go on the fast break. Donahue drives by, kicks it out here in the corner. Cecil. Cecil out to Kohler. Inside, Cook. Cook, a lot of contact. Jaden Cook puts it up and in. Too strong down low from Jaden Cook. Their first couple points in this one, 10-9. Lead cut down to just 1 here for Louisiana. 5:30. We're almost reached the halfway point here in the first quarter. Driving inside. High arcing shot, no good. Good rebound held in from Cook there. That was Amacha Price putting up the shot. That was no good. Long out pass here, left corner. Cecil get up to Gherkin. Her three-point shot is rejected from Manley. The Cajuns on a fast break. Manley wide open, mid-range jumpers up and good. 12-9. Lead extends back up to 3 for Louisiana. And midway through the first quarter here, under 5 minutes to play here in the Cajun Dome. 12-9 Louisiana. Donahue drives, floater. That one is in. Is it offensive foul? It is, and it's going to be on Donahue. Despite getting the shot to go, that's going to lead us to our first immediate time. They're going to review the shot to check that it was offensive foul. So we'll take a quick step aside. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company and their sponsor for BGSU Women's Basketball this season, located 145 South downtown Main Street and downtown Bowling Green, featuring coffee, craft beer, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. See the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. 12-9 Louisiana here. Listen, women's basketball here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
For the second straight year, Falcon Media Sports Network is partnering with WBGU PBS to broadcast Falcon men's and women's soccer matches. Tune in to WBGU PBS YouTube's live streams to hear Lucas Kleinmeyer, Henry Costco, and other Falcon Media Sports Network talent on the call.
My therapist had told me that I needed to go to AA meetings, but I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go because I didn't want to be an alcoholic. That was not what I wanted to grow up and be. I didn't want to go to AA, but I did, and it wasn't what I expected by any means. It was friendly. I could feel it. I could feel the happiness. It's really great.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a...
Check out more Falcon athletic coverage online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Well, Louisiana has hit them with their best shot here early on here in the Cajun Dome. 12-9, Louisiana is your score. They're reviewing this play. We're not out of the immediate timeout quite just yet. There's 4:53 left to play here in the first quarter. Welcome back to the side of the broadcast. Lucas Kleinmeyer alongside with you in WBGU 88.1 FM. Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, Noah Seeley is in the Cooling Center here in studio. Well, they keep you updated pregame. They'll also keep you updated here in between each quarters and halftime. A slow start here for Bowling Green offensively, 3 for 6 shooting, but they haven't had a lot of shots go up. 5 for 10 shooting so far for Louisiana. Michaela Manley leads the team here with 4 points so far. 5 points for Donahue. Take a score from around the MAC. On the other side, our sister station here on Falcon Radio, Tyler Kaplitz, Artie Abreu have the call with BGSU men's basketball season opener against Texas State at the Stroh Center. We also have a full slate of crew there in studio. Nate Henners, Benjamin Korak, Samuel Bork. The other name is escaping me on the top of my head, so don't kill me. Who else is in that studio show? Forgetting on the top of my head. Andrew Helkowski. That's totally my bad, Andrew. My apologies there. They're over at Falcon Radio. They'll keep you updated on all things for the men's basketball scores as well. We're out of this media timeout now. here in the Cajun Dome. The 5 on the floor for Bowling Green is Gherkin, Kohler, Cecil, Cook, and now Layla Harrison, who's checked in, the sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio. She checked in for Donahue. That basket will not count. It will go down as a turnover for Donahue and Bowling Green. It'll be your second turnover. So still a 3-point lead here for Louisiana. No changes made yet for them. Coming up the court here is Price to the right wing. Now top of the key, Manley. Manley heavily guarded here from Gherkin. She drives inside, past the charity stripe, pump fake, spins around, shot a little bit short off front of the rim, and held in there from Gherkin. Here's Cecil. Outside, Kohler tries a 3, and that one is off and goes out of play. It'll be an empty possession there for the Falcons, and inbounded here for the Raging Cajuns. First change coming in, Bianca Silva is into the contest here for Louisiana. Brazilian native, changed from Northwest College. Drives hard there, Silva there, a lot of contact with Gherkin. Ran out of real estate there, ball went out of play. It's going to be a turnover into Bowling Green possession. Still 12-9 your score. Now 4:10 left in the first quarter. Here's Cecil. In the offense for Bowling Green, Harrison left wing. On the left corner, Cecil gets it out to Cook. Cook sets the screen. Cecil runs right into a body in Patterson. Cook out to Cecil again. Long switch, Harrison. 9 seconds left. Layla Harrison shot no good. Rebounded from Jaden Cook, and that shot no good, but she is fouled. We'll see who they tag this foul to Cook. Cook's made quite the impact since coming in. This will be Cook's first trip to the charity stripe in an orange and brown uniform. Now 3 for 8 shooting here, Bowling Green. They made all their free throws so far. Cook, first one is up and good. 12-10, Louisiana, 3:49 left. Cook's first one from the free throw line is good. Her second one up and is also good. 2 for 2 trip there from the former East Carolina player. 12-11, 1-point lead for Raging Cajuns. Press being shown here from Bowling Green with Cecil and Kohler. Emphasize hard on offensive transition and defensive transition. Bowling Green at both ends of the floor. It's really Price, heavy shot, no good, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to get Kohler. A heavy defense there, but they'll get the foul. That'll be Kohler's first. Kohler saying she put her hands up. Disagreement. So going to the charity stripe here will be Amaja Price, one of the 3 freshmen. Hometown player. Almost nearby Woodland High School. Louisiana native as well. She is one of the 5 Louisiana natives with Manley Daniel Davis on the team. The first one falls. 13-11. Second one, it takes a couple of bounces, no good. Rebounding here, Louisiana. Jumped it outside. Jackson, feeding inside. Gherkin defending down low. Inside the post, that shot no good. Rebound held it from Kohler, stolen away. Louisiana comes away with it. Kicks it outside. Jackson, top of the key. Inside Jones, mid-ranger, falls. So after the second missed free throw, they kept that spell alive and got 2 more. 15-11 now, Louisiana, 3:05 left. Kohler inside to Cook. Cook working inside the post with Patterson. Turnover Bowling Green. Ellis now will check in for Cook. .302 left now in the first. 4-point lead here for the Raging Cajuns. Here's Jones. Jackson, guarded by Gherkin, drives inside. Ran into a wall in Ellis. Kicks it outside, drives and rejected at the rim from Taya Ellis. Patterson put the shot up. And Ellis said, not today. It'll remain Louisiana ball as Jasmine Fern will come in here at a moment's notice. She will come in now. Fern, she'll check in for Kohler. So still be Louisiana ball. There's 14 left on the shot clock, 2:46 left to play here in the first. Long switch out. Jackson got it out to Price. Heavily guarded here top of the key from Ellis. Price gets a little bit of separation. Mid-range floater falls. 6-point lead now for Louisiana, 17-11. Cecil heavily guarded there by Jackson. Trying to find a pass there. It's off the back of her teammate. Turnover here and a fast break here, Louisiana. And Jackson, Cecil knocks it away. Jackson gets it right back. Cecil did well to hold the play momentarily. Now helped here from Fern on the right corner. Cecil again gets it poked away. Ellis covers up the rebound there. Jump ball will favor Bowling Green. Emily Cecil there had a turn but made up for it there. A couple of quick steals to get it the ball right back for Bowling Green and to stop an offense possession. This is a 3-minute and 30-second drought here for Bowling Green. Miller will check back in. She'll come in here for Cecil. The freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, making her first collegiate start, will come back in. She set the assist record in our high school. Purcell Martin. She'll feed this one inside Ellis, inside the post. Works on a Louisiana defender there. A lot of contact down low. And they'll get the foul. Listen, that's going to be on Amani Daniel, the freshman. That's going to be your second personal foul. It's someone, Daniel, who's averaged 20.5 points in the last 2 exhibition games for the Raging Cajuns.
15.
So Ellis will go to the free throw line. Gets a cut into Louisiana deficit. Junior from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Made 24 appearances last season. Had 5 starts at the very beginning of the season. Her first one was no good. She averaged just about 4 points per game and 4.4 rebounds per game last year, with totaling 23 blocks. Her second one no good. Over 2 trip from the line there, but Bowling Green gets the ball right back and put up off the glass and in from Lauren Gerken, her first points since returning from injury. 17-13 now your score, and a long-range pass there is way off the mark. They said last touch of Falcon, and it will still remain Louisiana ball. 1:45 left to play here in the first quarter. There's Jackson.
Oh, come on.
Gets it out to Ba. Ba drives Harrison, drives. Count it.
What's the difference from all the ones down there?
And it's going to count. They thought it was going to be an offensive foul on Bowling Green, but the basket will count. 19-13 on Louisiana. Now a chance for a 3-point play here for Price. And got to say, for our radio listeners, that was eerily similar to the one on the other end early in the first quarter with Donahue. That was not called. It was called an offensive foul for Bowling Green. This one we tagged on Miller. That'll be her first personal foul. 3-point play is good. Price leads with a team high 5. The 2013 Louisiana 133. Gerken drives to the left, outside left corner. Jasmine Fern open for 3. That one goes in and out. Rebound held in from Gerken. And it's going to be still BG possession. Gerken went up strong. It was last off a Raging Cajun. Bowling Green 0 for 3 here from beyond the arc to start the first quarter. Kohler inbounds. Harrison left wing. Looks for Kohler. There a lot of contact there and just hit before the ball even got to her hands there from Price. Correction there. Price now leads the team with 6 points, but that's going to be Price's first personal. Leading the Falcons with points. 5 Donahue. She's on the bench for now. Personal foul on Kohler. That will result to her going to the charity stripe, so her first one from the line is good. All her points has come from the free throw line so far. The second one is not, however. 2014 Louisiana. Ellis fighting for the loose ball. Kohler picks it up. Kohler now drives to the right wing, hands it off Harrison. Harrison Fern, bounce pass. Kohler Almost drove baseline. The shot clock down to 6. Shot clock down to 5, 4, 3. Ellis. Shot clock down to 1. Ellis puts the shot up, and that one no good. Rebound held for Fern. That one no good. Picked up again from Ellis. Ellis beneath the basket, no good. No foul called. Fern diving on the loose ball. We'll see who it favors. No foul was called there underneath the basket after 3 shots was put up there from Bowling Green. And it's going to be Louisiana ball there after that scrum. 1 for 7 now. Bowling Green from the last field goals, 0 for 4 from the last 4. Kohler comes out. Cecil will check back in. We have 48.4 seconds left to be exact here in the first quarter. 6-point lead for the Raging Cajuns, 20-14. Here's Jones, guarded by Harrison. Jones gets it out left wing to Jackson, guarded by Harrison again. She works her way back to Logo. Price gets it back to Jackson, wide open. That's a deep 3. That's a little bit short off to the right. Cecil's got time. Shot clock is off. 22 seconds left. Cecil. 17 seconds left and counting. Shot clock is off. Bowling Green can take this all the way down if they want. Cecil. Harrison left wing. Ellis. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Fern feeds it inside. 5 seconds left. Ellis, strong finish. Up and in. Strong take for Taya Ellis, but she got the go. That's how this first quarter will come to a close. Louisiana has a 4-point lead over Bowling Green. 20-16 is your score at the end of the first. We have second quarter action coming up here in a moment here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Bowling Green and Louisiana 20-16. Don't go anywhere.
Falcon Media Sports Network produces more feature stories about BGSU athletics than any other media outlet. Make sure to head over to bgfalconmedia.com and follow Falcon Media Sports Network at BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and BG Falcon Media on Instagram and Facebook to stay up to date with all of our content.
My daughter was diagnosed with a rare malignant rhabdoid tumor on the spine. They sent her straight to St. Jude. My hope was gone. But when you get there, everyone's like, hey, we're not going to give up. And when you see other people not giving up on your child, that makes all the difference in the world. When I found out I didn't have to pay, I was just grateful. They saved my baby's life.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Ever heard of Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcasts on Falcon Radio or WBGU 88.1 FM but don't know where to listen? Well, set down the radio, pick up your phone, and go to bgfalconmedia.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to stream Falcon Radio and WBGU 88.1 FM for all broadcasts.
You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network coverage live on 88.1 FM and streaming on bgfalconmedia.com.
Back here in the Cajun Dome here in Louisiana, 20-16 is your score between Bowling Green and Louisiana. The opening game of the 2025-2026 women's basketball season here in the first edition of the MAC Sun Belt Challenge this season. Bowling Green starting this one on the road this year. And in the first quarter stats for Bowling Green, 5 for 13 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3. It's been a good defensive start to the game for Louisiana, bad offensive start for Bowling Green. Louisiana has shot 18 for 17 from the floor, 1 from 3 from beyond the arc. 6 for 9 from the free throw line for Bowling Green, just 3 for 5 for Louisiana. And Bowling Green has some of those first game jitters that had to get over to start this game. The 5 on the floor to start the second quarter for BG will be Harrison, Kohler, Cook, Gherkin, and Fern. It'll be Jones, Price, Jackson, Artero, and Patterson with 5 on the floor for Louisiana. Second quarter here is underway. Gherkin feeds one side to Cook, outside right corner, Jasmine Fern, and she knocks that one down. First 3 of the year is made from the Australian. 27-19 is your score. 9:40 left to play here. Here's Jones, Jackson, top of the key, Manley feeds us inside. Jackson, she'll try a 3 of her own off front of the rim and falls. Hit off top of the glass and got the fall, so got a little bit of assist there. 23-19, Raging Cajuns. Fern, Kohler in the left corner, feeds it inside the post to Cook. Cook drives baseline underneath the basket. Jada Cook up and in. Make it 23-21 here. Fast offensive start to this quarter. Not even a minute played here in the second. Artero into the right corner, right in front of the Bowling Green bench here. Jones. Artero, turnover. Was looking for Manley on the left wing there. Wasn't on the same page. It goes right out to the crowd here. And the Cajun Dome turnover, Bowling Green ball. Kohler will set the offense here for Bowling Green, the junior, from Olmsted Falls, Ohio. 23-21 is your score here now. Over a minute played here in the second. Fern for Harrison. Almost had that stolen from Jackson. Harrison gets it right back. Harrison now drives to the rim, try to get the Cook. Cook, though. And play Artero. Pass inside, falls, and just couldn't get that one to roll in, but a good rebound there from Jones. To Jackson, Artero. Wide open 3. That one is off the mark there from Manley. It was wide open. No one guarding her. Here's Kohler. Kohler drives to the left there. Heavy contact.
It's 2 on Manley.
That's the second one now on Manley. 8:19 left in the second. Harrison will check out. Cecil will come back in for Bowling Green. Kohler will go to the free throw line for the third time this game. Her first one is up and in. Making now 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Has a chance to tie the game here at 23 apiece if she can make it. Second one is up and in. We are tied. First time in a while since this game has started. 23 apiece, Louisiana and Bowling Green. 8:19 left here to go in the second. 7 for 15 from the floor for Bowling Green. 9 for 20 now for Louisiana. Here's Jones. Hands it off Manley here to the left wing. Guard from Cecil. Bounce pass Artero, mid-range. High arcing shot off the glass, no good. Rebounding here from Louisiana. Mid-range jumper, Jones. That one off front of the glass, no good. Fern gets the defensive rebound. Kicks it out to Kohler. Kohler goes to the fast break. Kohler drives left. Top of the key. Fern, she'll try it through. Jasmine Fern, nothing but net. Bowling Green takes the lead for the first time tonight, 26-23. Timeout taken, Louisiana. 7-0 run for Bowling Green to start the second quarter forces Louisiana to take a timeout. This timeout is once again sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, located 145 South and Main Street, downtown Bowling Green. See the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. We'll take it with them here. 26-23 Bowling Green off a Fern 3. Listen to BGSU Women's Basketball here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Unlike other local sources, Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media will never charge a paywall to view our content. However, if you are looking to support student media, you can donate at the bottom of our stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Check out bgfalconmedia.com for previews, recaps, photos, videos, and more of the Falcons.
Back here at the Cajun Dome here in Louisiana between the Raging Cajuns and the Falcons. 26-23 is your score. A 3-point lead for the Orange and Brown. A 7-0 run here in the last minute 40. A 3 there from Jasmine Fern. Force Raging Cajuns to take a timeout. With 7:44 left to play here. And the second Loose Climber alongside with you here on WBGU 88.1 FM, the flagship station in the home of BGSU women's basketball on radio. In studio, Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Noah Seeley. They'll rejoin us back here at halftime. And quite the start here, the second quarter here for Bowling Green. Both sides are ready to come out. Bowling Green's had quite a few trips now to the free throw line. 8 for 11 shooting. 3 for 5 still for the Raging Cajuns. Bowling Green's hit a couple threes here to begin the second. They didn't hit any in the first quarter. The Fern, that is her specialty, 3 and D. A junior, redshirt junior I should say, from Australia. Hit a couple big ones there off the bench for Bowling Green. Low score update on the men's side of things, 27 apiece there between Texas State and Bowling Green. For the men's side, Maynard Wool for Bowling Green has 10 points. They're leading the team there and scoring there off the bench. So that's a season opener for Todd Simon and his crew. That's over in Falcon Radio. Tyler Kavlitz and Artie Brigger have the call on our sister station over there. But don't go over there. Stay right here in WBGU. I want you to stay right here. Season opener for women's basketball. Both teams, though, first edition of the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. Bowling Green on the road. The men at home at the Stroh Center. Louisiana team that featuring all new players, just 11 on their team. Bianca Silva came off the bench for them. One of the players, they didn't know how much she could play at the start of the year. Now she finds herself in a lot of minutes. Price, heavy defensive play here for Bowling Green to get this one back underway. Jones gives it back to Price. Cecil and Kohler double team here, top of the key, now left wing. Manley pump fakes, Manley floater. Manley gets it to go. Breaks the scoring drought for Louisiana, 26-25. Got 7:21 left here in the second quarter. Kohler, her pass is tipped. Gets out to Fern. Here's Gherkin right wing. He's inside. Good separation for Cook underneath, and she finishes off the glass and in. 28-25 Bowling Green. Now 7 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. That one intercepted and picked off from Gherkin. Gherkin on the fast break. Gherkin open lane to the basket, up and in. 30-25 Bowling Green. Gherkin has her now 4 points in the contest. 6:47. Here's Mosley. Out to Jones, mid-range floater. Talk about stroking that one in the basket there. That one is good there from Jones. 30-27 your score, BG, 6:28 left. Here's Kohler. Double team here between a couple Raging Cajuns, looking for some help. Heavily guarded, gets out to Gherkin, open the basket, finds the open man, Cecil. Kohler hands it off. 9 on the shot clock now. Cecil drives left, still Cecil. Cecil finds Gherkin, open 3, Lauren Gherkin. That one no good. Well, they found the open man. There comes Price on the fast break for Louisiana. Mid-range floater. That one's drilled. Michaela Manley again. 8 points for her. She leads the team. The 30-29 lead cut down to 1 for BG. Offensive foul called on Bowling Green. That's going to be on Cook. There was a Raging Cajun that hit the floor before the play even developed for Bowling Green. So Cook will come out. Ellis will come back in. There's Silva. Send the offense here for Louisiana. Now they'll go out to the left wing here for Manley. Here's Ba. Manley, she'll try a deep 3. Manley off front of the rim. Ball checking down the rebound. Now gets it out to Price. Here's Price working on Fern. Long push. The whistle blown. They're going to need to reset the shot clock here. The shot clock was down to 2. They did get the rebound, so they're going to reset the shot clock to 17. Still remains 30-29 Bowling Green with now 5:31 left here in the second quarter. Mosley, inbound this one. Silva gets it back to Mosley, left wing, top of the key. Silva, right wing now, switches it to Manley. Manley drives inside. Manley, heavy contact. That one off the back iron, no good. Rebound here from Gherkin. Kohler. She'll get going here on the fast break. Out to Cecil. Cecil tries it open. 3. Emily Cecil drains it. Her first points made of the season for Cecil. 33-29. Bowling Green now 4-point lead. We reached down a halfway point here in the second quarter. Spin move here from Manley. That one ricochets in and out. Rebound held in from Ellis. Drops it. Price gets the ball back. So strip. Rebound taken away. Here's Silva. Bowling Green won a travel call. They'll get it on Silva. So travel there for Silva. 33-29 BG. 4:49 left here now in the second quarter. And now an official Bowling Green debut here for Sophia Moskane. Sophia Moskane joined the team in January 2025. Second half of the season last year. Redshirted, did not see any action. She'll make her first mention orange and brown colors now. Coming in for Bowling Green. Ellis is also checking back out. Kendall Moxie will make her season debut as well. Second-year Falcon and one of the seniors on the team. So Moxie and Moskane are in for the first time. You have Fern, Kohler, and Cecil also on the floor. Kohler. And the floor here for Bowling Green. Fern in the corner. Sophia Moskane tries a 3. That one no good. And rebound held in there from Price. Moskane was open there in the corner. Price, a couple step overs on Cecil. Moskane, nice pump fake on the left corner. Wide open 3. Jasmine Jackson drains it. Wide open. 33-32. We cut down to 1 here for BG. Kohler guarded heavily here from Silva. Had it knocked away initially. Kohler screen set there from Moxley. Strafing all over Kohler now. A couple of Louisiana players all over her. Got the pass out to Moskane, but her shot was rejected from behind there from Price. Bowling Green won a foul. Oh, this has been a common theme this first half. Kohler has been double teamed, even at times triple teamed, when she's trying to set the offense for Bowling Green. Inbound to Moskane. Shot put up no good. Moxie, though, picks up the scraps and got off the glass and in. First points of the season for her, 35-32. Fast break here for Louisiana. Price feeds it out wide, and that's Imani Daniel has it knocked away. It's off the back heel of Jackson. And that's going to be Louisiana ball, and it looked like from my look off the back of Jackson. My, oh my. Well, it's going to be Louisiana ball regardless. It'll be Mosley to inbound this one. Off of Silva. Into the corner. Mosley get this one right back. Double team with Moskane and Cecil. Got it out. There's 8 on the shot clock. Here's Silva. Drive to the basket. Kicks it out wide. They want to travel. Not called. The 3 is drained from number 3 and Stefina Mosley. I'll tell you, there was a bunch of things that Bowling Green probably felt hard done by. We're now tied at 35 apiece. 3:10 left to play here in the second quarter. Silva heavily guarded again there from Kohler. Cecil, Moxie hands it off. Cecil, and a lot of contact there. Cecil there, kind of getting hard there from Fern. There, it's a turnover there for Bowling Green. Louisiana has brought the pressure. They brought the physicality. This is a team that, under head coach Gary Broadhead, that if you ain't going to play defensive, you ain't going to play for him. That's plain and simple. That's what he said to his team. Defensive focus first, and they've brought it here to Bowling Green now. 12 for 22 shooting. Here comes Louisiana. Open 3 on the way here. Imani Daniel. That one is way off the mark to the right there.
What? It's shoving Paige in the back.
Bowling Green wanted a foul. That'll be an empty possession for Louisiana. We are now under 3 minutes, 2:45 to be exact, left to play here in the second quarter. Tied 35 apiece. Moskane gets to Kohler. Kohler feeds it in, top of the key. Moxie looking for an option. Now left side, Kohler. Kohler spin moves. Kohler drives to the left. Kohler puts it up and in. Paige Kohler fought through the contact, got the fall. BG retakes the lead, 37-35. Here's Jackson. Cecil. Screen set there. Looked like a little bit of an illegal screen there. Mid-range jumper there for Jackson out front of the rim. No good. Over the back going to be called there on Artero on Fern. That'll be Artero's second. a native of Spain, went to FC Barcelona High School with a transfer from St. Francis University.
Good job, Jazzy!
A couple of changes coming in now for Bowling Green. Gherkin and Harrison check in. Fern and Mosgain will come out. 2-point lead for BG, 37-35. Here's Kohler setting the offense again here for Bowling Green. And again here from Silva. That pass bounces off. A loose ball. It's going to be picked up from Silva.
Nice kick ball.
Here's Silva. Mosley left wing. Silva in the left corner. Here Jackson. Jackson moves on Gherkin. Jackson off glass and in. They capitalize off the turnover. 37 apiece. Down to a minute 40. Been a back and forth second quarter here. Both these teams double team again, Kohler. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Kendall Moxie. Well, Moxie was getting draped by a couple of Louisiana players. Had 2-3 players hanging all over her. No foul was called, but Moxie there on the area and just got frustrated there and a little push there and a foul. So go down to turn for Bowling Green, 37 each for both these teams. A minute 22 here in the second. Here's Jones. Top of the key guard by Kohler and Harrison. Jackson. What a game. She's had 13 points, team high, and game high for that matter. In the corner, Mosley. Price, three. Price off back rim, no good. Rebounding here from Bob. Bob turns around. Harrison, no good. Defensive rebound held in from Gherkin. Under a minute left to play here before halftime. Paige Kohler. Kohler into Harrison. Harrison. Met double team there, and that's going to be a foul call there. That was, I believe, going to be on Mosley. She turned right into a Raging Cajun after they brought the double team. Here's Cecil trying to inbound. Puts it into Gherkin. Gherkin. Harrison drives. Mid-range floater. Off glass and in. Harrison finished through contact there. Her first points of the season. Layla Harrison. 39-37 Bowling Green. About 9 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. 30 seconds left. That's a three taken from Jackson. No good. Good defensive rebound again there from Gherkin. Pass there almost picked off there, but Cole able to hold it in. Here's Gherkin. Shot clock is off. 19 seconds left. Bowling Green's going to probably take this one down. They have a 2-point lead.
Hands off!
Here's Kohler. Down to 10 seconds. Here's Kohler. Gherkin. We'll try a three. Lauren Gherkin. No good. 3 seconds now on the shot clock. Posey keeps it in play. That's how this one's going to come to a close, or we thought. No timeout was called. That is how this first half will come to a close. Physical, to say the least, but Bowling Green will have a lead heading into the halftime break. 39-37 is your score after outscoring Louisiana 23-17 in the second. I'm going to send it over to the Cooling Center where Adam Duffin, Trey Kenny, and Noah Seeley are standing by here. 2-point lead for Bowling Green, 39-37 here in the Cajun Dome.
Welcome to the Falcon Media Sports Network halftime show as the Bowling Green Falcons women's basketball is up 39-37 over the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. An exciting first half. Bowling Green was down initially, but now back and forth throughout the second quarter to that 39-37 score. I'm Adam Duffin, joined alongside by Trey Kennedy and Noah Seeley here. So, Noah, do you want to start it off with just, initial thoughts of the half and anything that points out to you?
Yeah, of course. So kind of like Lucas had mentioned on the broadcast, just kind of getting some of those first game jitters out. Like you mentioned right at the start of this, Louisiana outscored BG 20-16 in the first quarter. Bowling Green comes out after the first quarter, gets a little bit of adjustments through there, and gets the second quarter win 23-17. They were able to get the lead going into halftime. Rather it's 2 points or not, it's a lead, and that's all that matters. The jitters are out. The second half's going to go a lot smoother, I'd assume, for the Falcons.
Maybe it was unrealistic of us to assume that Bowling Green would be in such a close game to Louisiana, and knowing that it is the first game, you've seen a lot of miscues, turnovers especially, as Bowling Green has 12 total turnovers compared to Louisiana's 6 in the first half.
Yeah, and a lot more than just turnovers, just kind of lack of communication, something that we didn't see too much last year. Again, it's also the first game, so you can't look too much into it. There's also a lot of offensive fouls, something that can be fixed. Those are very mistakes that can be fixed. It's nothing too major. I think another thing that would be good to look at, Trey, is that we really didn't know how Louisiana was going to be coming into this match. I mean, we had no clue how all 12 of the new players were going to mesh. So it could have been a 20-point game going in half. It could be a 2-point game like it is now.
And so far in the game, as you're talking about players meshing, Jasmine Jackson has 13 points leading Louisiana. And I guess a bit of a surprise for some people for Bowling Green is Jaden Cook leading the team with 8. So might be a bit of a shock to people listening. So does that stand out to you guys? Would you have predicted Jaden Cook to lead Bowling Green at halftime?
Adam, I wouldn't, but I can understand how it happened. If anyone was watching the game, you can see that Paige Kohler was getting double teamed. People were face guarding her, which happened at the end of last season too, which is going to happen again also throughout the rest of the season. So it's good that you have people like Cook stepping up, because while Paige can shoot the lights out of the gym, she's not always going to be able to get the opportunities.
In addition to that, she's able to find open players in Cecil and in Fern, finding 2 open shots and 3-pointers to put Bowling Green in a position where they're at today.
Well, after all that talk about the first half and a bit of a recap of what happened, we're going to go to a short break before we go to a roundtable segment between Noah and Trey talking about the matchup. So we'll be right back just after this.
Since the day I stopped drinking, my life has gotten better and better. I can't take any credit for it. It just seems that without alcohol, I think better, I'm more careful with money, I watch what I say, I don't get into trouble like I did when I was drinking. It's scary trying to walk through life alone, and today I have that very distinct feeling that I don't ever have to be alone again.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
Welcome back to this Falcon Media Sports Network women's basketball halftime show here on WBGU 88.1 FM. As we are back now talking about the game, Bowling Green is up over Louisiana 39-37. So Trey or Noah, whichever one of you wants to start, something that was noticeable for you guys, a key point in this first half.
Well, I just stated earlier how they've turned the ball over 12 times. You just can't do that, especially to this team who's had a new group altogether in Louisiana. You want to put as much pressure on them as possible, and they're allowing Louisiana to convert defensively and put points on the board. You said it earlier, Jasmine Jackson has had 13 points, and a lot of that is because of Bowling Green's miscues early on.
One thing that I would like to talk about is, I know we talked that Bowling Greeners are having all these offensive fouls and such. Louisiana also has 10 fouls, actually has more than the Falcons with 9. And from that, the Orange and Brown are 8 for 11 from the free throw line, which 8 points is a huge swing in this matchup. At this point, seeing as it's only a 2-point game right now, at the end of the game, if it's 8 points, or even if it's more from that point, more free throws, it's a huge difference. They're called free throws for a reason. So
something that I stressed early on in my Falcon 4, them missing 12 total against Worcester in the exhibition game, they've trimmed down on how they were missing those quite frequently in that exhibition game and ultimately helping them in their spot that they are now.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to come down to that at this point, because with it being a 2-point game, every point counts, every free throw counts. If you look over at Louisiana's side, they're 3 for 5 from the line. So not too much different in percentage-wise, but way less in attempts. And I think that's kind of where there's a difference between fouling. Like, obviously you don't want to get an offensive foul, but fouling on the offensive side versus defensive side is way different, because on an offensive one, there's a good chance, unless you're in the bonus, you're going to be shooting free throws. So any defensive foul, and if it takes you to the free throw line, huge difference.
And another key thing, you talk about all these fouling on both sides. Louisiana, they have fouled Paige Kohler a good amount. Kohler so far, 5 of 6 from the free throw line with 7 points. She's only taken 2 field goal attempts. One of them was a 3 that she missed. So does that stand out to you on how they're kind of preventing Kohler from getting started offensively?
I mean, yeah, they're making it hard on Paige Kohler to make shots and find easy ways to score. But her getting involved, getting other players in action, finding open points, that way is huge. That's helped them. They've got to be able to attack in the second half and transition and continue to play off of that recipe. Find open players to make shots.
Last year, the start of the season, no one really expected Paige Kohler to have that breakout of a season. So by the end of last year, they knew that that was the girl that everyone was going to go for. Everyone was going to try and double team, was going to face guard her. So coming into this season, you'd kind of have to assume that it was going to be kind of the same, similar defensive play against her. So her being able to facilitate the ball, she has 2 assists. She also has 3 rebounds. Is not on pace, but is not out of reach from the 28-8, Adam.
We'll see about your prediction, and we will take a little break just now. When we come back, we will talk about player of the games to potentially watch for in this second half, see who you guys can predict to be the star at the end of the game. But we'll be back here on WBGU 88.1 after a short break.
Hey there, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the WBGU 88.1 FM Falcon women's basketball halftime show as the Falcons are up 39-37 over Louisiana. So we talked about the first half, what happened. We talked about your key insights. Now let's talk about who you think could be on the watch for player of the game. If you want to start, Trey, with who you have in mind.
I want to say Jasmine Fern right now, as she is with 6 points on the night. She's had 2 rebounds. I'm looking for her to use her size advantage and to find open shots for this Falcons team as they go through the second half.
Yeah, Trey, for me, I'm going to look towards Jasmine Jackson. Obviously, she's the leading scorer on the night so far with 13 points. She is 3 for 6 from the three-point line, something to keep an eye on, see if she can keep up that 50%. And then 5 for 9 on field goals. Hasn't done too much facilitating, none of that, but has 2 personal fouls. Also, not too bad, but also something to keep an eye on.
And then for the Falcons, do you have anyone in mind besides Jasmine Fern, such as Trey said?
So for the Falcons, I mean, I feel like it's a pretty basic answer, but if Paige can keep facilitating at the level that she is, finding those passes, getting those hustle, grit rebounds, obviously she's always going to be in watch for player of the game, but she easily can be again tonight.
And then Trey, you talked about Jasmine Fern. What have you noticed so far in the half that you think she can continue it going on in the second, with how it's been a weird little start to this game, first game of the year, everyone getting those jitters out?
Well, I mean, like I said, she has that height advantage, and so she can get those rebounds down low. But if she can continue to make shots and expand the floor, making it less easy for Louisiana to close out on defense, it's going to be huge for the Falcons, especially making up those key points to put them ahead marginally well.
And then besides Jasmine Fern and Paige Kohler, who do you guys think could maybe step up in the second half, elevate their game to help the Falcons bring this one home?
So for me, obviously, it's going to be one of the original Falcon 4 players of the game. I'm going to say Nay Donahue. Has only had 5 points tonight. Nothing too crazy, 2 for 2 from the field, 1 free throw and a rebound. I just kind of feel like she can step up a little bit. Obviously, she has 2 personal fouls, so it's probably kept her a little bit less of the minute she thought she was going to get. So I think if she can stay out of the foul trouble the rest of the game, she could be a huge addition and help.
I'm going to look at Cecil, who's played 13 minutes tonight so far. Has that 1 3-point shot that was assisted by Kohler earlier in the game. I want to see her continue to make a difference and an impact, making a huge play for the Falcons in the second half.
And then now, You guys talked about the second half. Let's talk about around the MAC so far. All these games going on in action, so I won't go through all 12 of the matchups. But right now, Miami, Ohio is up on Coastal Carolina by 9. Kent State is down 48-80 against James Madison. Georgia Southern is up 92-70 over Central Michigan. Appalachian State is up 55-38 over Western Michigan. And looking throughout some of the other games so far, Eastern Michigan against University of Louisiana Monroe is 21-21 in the second quarter. Not all the action has started yet, as there is an 8 p.m. slate of games as well. But a lot of action as this college basketball season kicks off. And Noah, you have something to say?
One more thing to add on to that. Buffalo did take the loss. Their first game to finish, 53-39. Marshall took the victory. So they take the first game of the MAC Sunbelt. And then along with that Kent State James Madison game that you just mentioned actually just ended 80-48. So the MAC is now 0-2 against the Sunbelt so far to start the season.
And right now, lots of those games in the fourth quarter. But we're going to take a quick break before we do a little second half preview and before we send it back into the Cajun Dome to Lucas Kleinmeyer. You're listening to the Falcons women's basketball pregame show on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Ever wanted to hear what a BGSU coach or player says after a game? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to watch post-game press conferences for all BGSU home volleyball, soccer, football, hockey, and basketball games.
Get hurt in a game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network halftime show on WBGU 88.1 FM. Falcons currently up 39-37 over Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, and we are going to send it back to Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer down in the Cajun Dome. Lucas, you are back.
Thank you, Adam. Back here in Louisiana, 39-37 is your score between Bowling Green and Louisiana. Both teams here. We are about under a minute here before third quarter will start. Thank you, Adam, Trey, and Noah, again, for all your halftime analysis. Worth noting as well, everybody has seen the floor for Bowling Green except Kaya Woods. Kaya Woods is inactive this game, did not go through walkthroughs with the team. Still nursing an injury. Practiced yesterday at Louisiana State University, but did not go through walkthroughs today. So everybody else for Bowling Green has seen the floor. We mentioned Donahue. We talked about Donahue maybe looking for her this third quarter, the second half. Didn't play in that second quarter. Bland Fitzpatrick the same. Just 2 minutes here in the first. Didn't see anything with her in the second. Jasmine Firm providing that big spark off the bench there. Hit those big threes, and Bowling kind of went on a run from there. Be very interesting. This one's been very tightly called, to say the least. It's been very physical on both sides of the floor. Bowling Green will start this third quarter with Kohler, Miller, Ellis, Donahue, and one change with Lauren Gherkin getting the start for the third. Bland Fitzpatrick. It was the original starter for Louisiana. For Bowling Green, I should say, will not get the start to begin the second half. The Raging Cajuns returning to the floor will be Artero, Jackson, Daniel, Jones, and Manley. Manley will have this one. Third quarter is underway here in the Cajun Dome. Manley to start this one here on the right wing. Here gets by Donahue. That one grazes and no good. Ellis picks up a big defensive rebound. So empty start this game. To this third quarter, I should say, for Louisiana offensively. Donahue drives, pitches out to Ellis. Ellis off backboard and in. 41-37. Ellis gets the first points of the second half. Here's Jackson. Heavy contested shot there, a little too strong. Empty possession. Kohler now comes back on the fast break. Kohler gets it out. Here's Miller. Kohler into the corner right in front of the Bowling Green bench. Kohler drives by Daniel, and Kohler raise it up and in. 43-37 BG, 6-point lead now for the Falcons. Bowling Green now attacking from left to right on your radio dial. Cajuns going from right to left. Here's Jackson. Long feed. Miller jumped the pass there, almost picked it off there, but the shot was missed there from Jones. The Raging Cajuns have started cold here in the third quarter. Here's Donahue. Donahue, Gherkin, show lock and load a three from the left wing, off glass and in. Lauren Gherkin, her first three of the game, her first three of the season. Timeout taken here for Louisiana, 46-37, 9-point lead for Bowling Green. And a big run to start this one. This immediate timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, located 145 South Main Street in downtown Bowling Green. You see the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. We'll take it with them here. 46-37 your score between Bowling Green and Louisiana. Here you're listening to women's basketball here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Falcon Media Sports Network will have an in-studio pregame show for all football broadcasts this season, beginning approximately 25 minutes before the kickoff for each game. Make sure to tune in on Falcon Radio for our newly extended coverage.
I had 5 drunk driving charges in the last 6 years of my drinking, and I drank for over 55 years. My probation officer threatened me with a year in jail. So the next day I went to my first AA meeting. I had tried many times in my life to quit drinking, but always went back to even heavier drinking. For me, the AA program has been the easier, softer way to stop drinking.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
You are listening to Falcon basketball coverage live on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here in the Cajun Dome, 46-37 is your score. Quite the run. Bowling Green's on 7-0 to start this third quarter. A 3 there from Lauren Gherkin forced a Louisiana timeout. Louisiana will inbound this one here. 8:35 left to play here before the fourth quarter. I'm Luke Kleinmeyer alongside you here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Noah Seeley are in studio here in the Cooling Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. We'll keep you updated here about post-game. We'll also be joined by assistant coach John Nicolay and also our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game, TBD. So we're waiting to get this one inbound here. There's quite the conversation with both head coaches, Bard and Shamil.
Hey, triple drive, ISO. Watch it.
Okay, now I think we're ready to get underway here. Underneath the basket here on the left side is Artero, who will inbound it. The press is being provided here from Bowling Green. Artero. Just one to Manley. Manley guarded heavily here from Donahue. Spin move here from Manley again on Donahue. Manley, top of the key here, Jackson. She'll slow this one up. To set the offense here for BG. Heavily guarded now by Kohler. Jackson works her way left, couple dribbles, couple no step overs there. Switched off, Ellis now guards her. 2 on the shot clock now for Raging Cajuns. That one's tipped. And the shot clock violation there from Bowling Green. Good defensive stop there from BG. .803 left now here in the third. 36-37 BG. Still no points here in the third for the Raging Cajuns. They're patient defensive play for the orange and brown. Physical, but not overly physical. especially there from Ellis and Kohler. 61% shooting from the floor. Paige Kohler, 38 for the Raging Cajuns there. That's been quite the difference towards the end of the second quarter, now beginning the third. Here's Kiera Miller. Gherkin. Kohler. Donahue. Drives inside, works in on Manley. Donahue bounce pass, looking for Kohler there by the baseline. Right wing spins inside. Kohler drives and got the go. Silva there was over her. No fouls called, but she got through the contact. 11-point lead now for BG. 48-37, 9-0 run here to start the third. Here's Manley. Manley floater off front of the rim, no good. A rebound held in there from Kohler. Donahue. Donahue feeds inside Ellis, working inside. There was Silva. Ellis. And they're going to favor Bowling Green. BG won on a foul. They're all over Ellis before she tried to get that pass out. Miller will inbound this one. Miller trying to get it to Gherkin. That was just swatted out of bounds there from Daniel. So I'll do it again. There's 20 on the shot clock. 7:13 left here in the third. And 11-point lead here for BG. Donahue into Ellis. And she'll be called for the travel. And Ellis grabs her left calf after got the pass. Kind of received the pass and there it popped up in her hands there. So it'll be Louisiana ball off the turnover. Trying to get the first points here of the second half. Here's Price. Price has 6 points so far in this one. Nice feed and the first points of the contest there for Louisiana. Okay. Get a confirmation seeing who that was. It was Price. Got the ball right back there, took it herself. 48-39, BG 640. Donahue spins out away Manley. Donahue couldn't finish, just hit off the underside of the backboard. Here's Manley on the fast break here for Raging Cajuns. Manley stripped away and taken away from Bowling Green. Here's Miller, dishes out Kohler, thought about a three. Nice fake pass inside to Ellis. Ellis, and she couldn't get that one to go. A little too strong in the shot there, went up and over. She'll shoot two. It's quite the passer. No passer from Kohler there, right towards the top of the key to find Ellis, who had some space. And they'll get the foul there on Manley. That'll be her second personal foul. Now Ellis for the first time this half. We'll go to the free throw line. Ellis' first one is up and good. Here's Ellis' second one. That one's good as well. 2-for-2 trip there for Taya Ellis. They get 50-39 now Bowling Green. 6:22 left to play here in the third. They have outscored Louisiana. Now 11-2 to start this third quarter. There's Price. Price guarded here by Miller. Miller. Price gets by Miller. There, swatted away from Lauren Gherkin. Gherkin manned her ground there underneath the basket there. Did not move. Got all ball there, swatted away. Still be Louisiana ball. 12 on the shot clock. 6:03 left to play here in the third.
That's a walk.
Down to Artero.
Did the same thing Taylor did.
Price. Donahue. Pass just a bit too strong. Kept in play there from Daniel. Shot clock violation. Good defensive play again there from Bowling Green. That was Mosley who couldn't put the shot up in time as time expired. That's the second time this third quarter we've seen Louisiana not get a shot before the shot clock expired. It's been a slow offensive start for them. Just 2 points here in the third. Under 6 minutes to play. 50-39 BG. Looking to extend their lead. Donahue feeds inside the Jane Cook, who's just checked in. Kohler three. Paige Kohler just a bit short off front of the rim. And it's going to be Louisiana ball.
That was perfect, though.
Artero inbound. Kohler now 11 points, leads the team. 3 from 4 shooting. And Donahue Monty got swatted there in the face there for Mosley. Harrison will come in. Donahue will check out. Louisiana inbound. Silva. Silva drives baseline. Silva off glass and in off the right floater. 50-41. Gherkin.
That's a foul!
Here's Harrison. Harrison drives. Harrison got it to go off glass and in. Got a couple favorable bounces, but got the fall. 52-41. On the fast break comes Louisiana. Miller put her hands up. She'll be tagged with that foul. So the 2 free throws coming up here for the Raging Cajuns.
2.
So 11-point lead for BG. About midway through here, this third quarter, Janiyah Bland Fitzpatrick will come in for the first time in a long time since the early part of this game. Freshman Miller will come out, the only true freshman on this team here for Bowling Green.
Does he know that?
The line will be Price. 8 points, third leader on the team. Jackson and Manley both have double digits, 13 and 10 respectively apiece. 52-41 still your score. First one is no good there from Price. Second one kind of for Price there is good. Now they get 3 for 5 for the free throw line for her. She also is tied for a team high in rebounds with Daniel with 4 so far this game.
It's not under 5.
Will be BG ball.
It's got to be under 5.
We have 5 minutes, and before we inbound, this will take us to our media timeout. A little bit of an awkward one there, but we will go to it. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, located 145 South Downtown in Bowling Green, featuring coffee, craft beer, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. See the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. Thank you, Juniper, for being a partner for the 3rd straight year for BGSU Women's Basketball, our flagship station for the program. 52-42 is your score here. 10-point lead for Bowling Green. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Join the Zig Zone Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here at the Cajun Dome here in Louisiana. The Raging Cajuns here in the Falcons. 52-42 is your score. Outside this being a timeout, we've reached the midway point here of the third quarter. Here on WBGU 88.1 FM, the official home of BGSU Women's Basketball. Bruce Clymer alongside with you. We're also joined by Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Noah Seeley in the Cooling Center on Bowling Green. They will have the post-game show. We'll also be joined by assistant coach John Nicolay and our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guy player of the game, which will be decided post game. So far, some early candidates. Paige Kohler, 11 points with 5 rebounds. Lauren Gerken, 7 points, 6 rebounds in her first game back. Third quarter back underway here. Here's Kohler. Ellis. Logan sets the offense. Kohler hands out to Donahue. 10 on the shot clock. 4:49 left.
That's a foul.
Donahue turns left. He's the left wing. Kohler mid-range floater off front of the rim. No good. As pass gets to Gerken. Gerken a lot of contact. And she'll be called for the travel. A turnover for Bowling Green. 10-point lead still for BG. 4:30 left here in the third. 52-42. This is going to be Bianca Silva. Virgin Canyon center. The defense, and it's intercepted and taken away here from Donahue. Donahue in the fast break couldn't get that one to fall. Can it capitalize there off the turnover and fast break there for BG? And that's just a sloppy pass there from Silva. Was looking to find Price there on the fast break.
Next play, Nate.
Couldn't do so.
3 was riding her the whole way, too.
It will be BG ball. Kira Miller come back in. Bland Fitzpatrick will check out. Miller, no points yet, just one shot taken. It was the first shot of the season for Bowling Green. Here's Miller. Miller, a lot of contact, and they're going to get an offensive foul on Miller. Wow. Good turnover for Bowling Green.
You can appeal it when you fuck up. Hey, where we at? Where's the iPad? If anything, it's a fucking slip.
It's going to be inbounded here for Louisiana. Daniel. Jackson. Jackson left wing, Manley. Manley feeds it through, peeling off that run, and a nice move to the basket. There was Daniel. Peeled off Miller. Donahue came flying in, trying to swat that away, but Manley finished off the glass and in. That's going to be a foul there on Manley. That's going to be her third personal foul. She does have 10 points. Can't lose her if you're Louisiana. In her first game as a Raging Cajun after coming over from Southern Mississippi. Ellis, Donahue. Miller. Here's Miller, setting the offense again for Bowling Green. He's an inside Ellis. Ellis, Donahue. 12 on the shot clock there. Kohler gets it back, heavily guarded there from Jackson, down to 10. 8 seconds left. Donahue gets it out here, long three there, just short off to the right. Rebound and falls right to the hands of Daniel. Daniel and the Raging Cajuns will start on the offensive side now. 3:14 left, 52-44 is left here in the third quarter. Mosley, she'll try to step back three. No, way too much on that one there. Right to Miller. Here's Miller. Out to Kohler. Kohler drives with the left. Kohler trying to go with the right there. A lot of contact. She is fouled.
3 on 10.
She'll shoot 2. That's going to be the third personal foul there on Otero. 2 more now for Bowling Green. I'll get a double check there. For 2 more for Bowling Green, they might be in the bonus. The 2-minute and 12-second scoring drought now for BG. Kohler looking to end that. Oh, we're going to talk a lot more about Kohler, junior guard. We've mentioned All-MAC first team preseason. She was All-MAC honorable mention last year. Her first one from the free throw line has not been good. She was second in the entire MAC in both minutes per game and 3-pointers made per game with 2.5. She has started every single collegiate game since coming over for BG, and head coach Fred Shamil, both of them in their third season with the Falcons. 2 for 2 trip there from the free throw line from BG. 54-44, 10-point lead now for the Orange and Brown. Bowling Green have outscored Louisiana 15-7 here so far in the third quarter. Here come the Raging Cajuns, left wing. Here's Silva. Driving inside. Mosley. Strong finish there over Miller. Got that one to drop, 54-46. We cut down to 8 here for Bowling Green. 2:30 left here. Miller, oh, nice pass inside. Gherkin puts it up. She is fouled.
Next foul, we shoot.
One more foul for Bowling Green. They're in the bonus. Gherkin. 7 points, 7 rebounds. She's 3 points, 3 rebounds shy away of a double-double. Gherkin puts that one first up, got set to fall. 8 points now for her. Lauren Gherkin, she played in 10 games last season, made 5 starts before suffering an injury. Missed the entire rest of the season. Before she got hurt, she averaged 7.2 points per game and 4.6 rebounds per game. Both were good from Gherkin. 56-46 BG. Gherkin, someone they were so excited to come back. Redshirt freshman. Missed her down the stretch of the last season. Could have been someone vital either in the starting 5 or off the bench. Mid-range jumper there for Louisiana is up and good. There's Jackson there, and a
That's a foul.
loose ball there on Miller. There, loose ball still. Gherkin diving on the floor. No whistle called.
No position.
Timeout is going to be taken there for Louisiana after diving on the loose ball. Didn't quite see who initially dropped that for Bowling Green, but sloppy basketball nonetheless for BG. Nothing was called. It will be Louisiana ball. A timeout taken. We'll take it with them. 56-48 is your score. BG. This timeout sponsored once again by Juniper Brewing Company, located in 145 South Down Main Street in downtown Bowling Green. See the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. Take us a quick step aside. Listen to BG Women's Basketball here at WBGU 88.1 FM.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. Talk to someone if you're struggling with mental health, because most people out here really care. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
After this game wraps up, more coverage continues online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Take on me, and Miller just took another foul here at the Cajun Dome. Back in this one, after that quick timeout call, Louisiana turns it right over. That's Jasmine Jackson, 13 points, leading scorer. She now has 4. She's 1 away now from fouling out. Be a humongous loss here from Louisiana, who's still in this game, just down by 8. 17-11, BJ have outscored them. Kohler, nice pass inside the post. Ellis, she is swarmed by 3 Raging Cajuns underneath the basket. She is fouled. Still got the shot up.
That's 3 on her.
Go to the free throw line. And now another Raging Cajun now has picked up their 3rd personal foul. So you have Jackson, who's checked out, who is 1 away from fouling at 4. Artero with 3. Manley now with 3. So you're looking at a couple of your main scorers. And now Daniel has also picked up 3. 1:35 left here in the 3rd quarter. Ellis from the free throw line. First one is good. Ellis now, if she makes this one. Can't do so. Donahue gets the rebound. Donahue kicks it out. Miller. Miller out to Bland Fitzpatrick. Bland Fitzpatrick drives.
Shooting.
And she is fouled as well.
Knock him down, Janaya.
Another foul. And let's see, that's going to be Sierra Jones. That's going to be her first personal foul. Ellis now has 7 points with 5 rebounds.
John Janaya.
First one falls there from Janaya. Fitzpatrick can't have a go. Donahue tried to swallow the rebound back to Ellis. It's given back to Raging Cajuns. Turnover here.
Oh,
Shot there, no good. That was Patterson, who's still looking for her first points in this contest.
That's 3. 3, Coach. May's got 3. No, it's on Janiyah. It's on Janiyah. Yes, Janiyah.
Janiyah Bland Fitzpatrick now is going to get tagged for the 3rd personal foul. Off of that one, Gherkin will check in. Not been the BG debut for Bland Fitzpatrick, just a point. And now 3 personal fouls for her. Here's Jones. Hands it off here, Price. Price. And a couple step overs. Price gets it back. Now we'll go up to the logo. Guarded by Kohler, drives right wing. Inside now. Daniel works her way. Long mid-range shot there off front of the rim. No good. Rebound here from Miller. There's Miller. Miller. Nice job to get out pressure there. Donahue left wing. Kohler thought about 3. Top of the key. Miller open here for 3. Miller! That's good! Her first points in Bowling Green colors. The freshman gets her first points from Cincinnati, Ohio. 61-48 Bowling Green, down to 32 seconds left and counting before the 4th quarter. Jones looking for an option. Daniel kind of spins around and got that one to fall. 19 on the shot clock there. Shot clock is off. 18 on the clock. Now down to 13. 61-50 Bowling Green. Kohler.
Yeah!
Heavy contact there that time. That's on Patterson. They haven't given Kohler much breathing room at all this game. They're in the bonus now. So Kohler will shoot to the free throw. Will shoot free throws. Harrison and Cecil will come in for these final 9.9 seconds left in the 3rd. And a little bit of confusion here for Bowling Green substituting. Fern will come in for the first time this 3rd half. So you have Fern, Ellis, Kohler, Miller, and Cecil who's come into this game. Harrison will have to wait, see if she can come in for this 3rd. As Kohler, who puts it up and in for her 14th point, now 62-50. It's been quite the 3rd quarter here for Bowling Green. Kohler, that one's good again. 64-50. Harrison now comes in for Kohler. She had a chance to breathe here for the final 9 seconds. Louisiana let this one roll. Here's Price. Runs right into Harrison. Price feeds it out. Mosley. Cecil took it away initially. That's going to be a foul called on BG. They won't shoot. 2.9 seconds left before the 4th quarter.
No fouls. It's not shooting.
So a chance here for Louisiana to get some positive momentum here before they start the 4th quarter. And they just threw that one away. No time's going to come out. So Mosley threw this one right back.
Wait.
I'm going to put this one back in play with 2.1 seconds. And a little bit of confusion now to see whose ball it was. And they're having discussions here with head coach Fred Shamil to see if it was last touch off of. It's Louisiana ball. Our head official, Eric Koch, just signaled.
Hey, just back the fuck
So Louisiana ball with 2.1 seconds left. They had it all the way down at Bowling Green's end.
Hey.
And just the loose pass takes them all the way back. And Hail Mary pass right into the hands of Cecil, who covers it up, and that's how this 3rd quarter will come to a close. Bowling Green outscoring Louisiana 24-13. They have a 13-point lead heading into the final quarter here at the Cajun Dome in Louisiana. 63-50, the Falcons over the Raging Cajuns. We're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Falcon Media Sports Network will have an in-studio pregame show for all football broadcasts this season, beginning approximately 25 minutes before the kickoff for each game. Make sure to tune in on Falcon Radio for our newly extended coverage.
Since the day I stopped drinking, my life has gotten better and better. I can't take any credit for it. It just seems that without alcohol, I think better, I'm more careful with money, I watch what I say, I don't get into trouble like I did when I was drinking. It's scary trying to walk through life alone, and today I have that very distinct feeling that I don't ever have to be alone again.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
Ever wanted to hear what a BGSU coach or player says after a game? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to watch post-game press conferences for all BGSU home volleyball, soccer, football, hockey, and basketball games.
You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network's women's basketball coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here in the Cajun Dome here in Louisiana, ready for fourth quarter action. The opening game of the 2025-2026 women's basketball season for both Bowling Green and Louisiana in the first game of the MAC Sun Belt Challenge this season. This is the one where Bowling Green play on the road. They will host Sun Belt Punt TV announce on February 7th in the Show Center. The five on the floor to start for Bowling Green is Kohler, Gherkin, Ellis, Miller, and Donahue. They're out to the floor first. Bruce Clymer alongside you here for another season of BGSU women's basketball, the third season of head coach Fred Shamil. We have Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Noah Seeley in the studio here in the Cooling Center there for pregame, halftime, and they will have some stuff postgame for you. We will also be joined by assistant coach John Nicolay and also our BG Falcon Food and Drink Guide player game. We got plenty to choose from. You got Paige Kohler, 15 points, 5 rebounds. You got the return of Lauren Gherkin, who is 3 rebounds and a point shy away for a double-double. You have Taya Ellis, 7 points, 5 rebounds as well. It's been a couple players from BG that have had their impact on this game. Here's Price. A lot of contact, almost shoved Gherkin out of the way. No foul called.
There we go.
They'll eventually now call it. So it'll be another foul for Louisiana to start this fourth quarter. Donahue, high press being provided here for Louisiana. Ellis gets it to Gherkin, gets it to Donahue. Donahue, nice pass out to underneath the basket. Now Miller, tic-tac-toe there for Bowling Green. That's how you break the press. And Miller there has got a first non-three-pointer basket. Stolen away from Donahue. Couldn't get it to go off the turnover. And she called for the foul. Another great steal for the player who led the MAC in all steals her freshman season, Nay Donahue, and just couldn't put that one in the basket. 65-50 is your score. Bowling Green leads by 15, 9:32 left here in the season opener here in Louisiana. Here's Cook. Out wide open three there from Manley. Short of the rim. Donahue, her pass is tipped. But right into the hands of Kohler. Kohler sets the offense quick. Into the corner, Miller. Miller drives baseline. Miller hands it off. Gherkin puts it up and in. Couple bounces. Miller's in double digits now with 11. Drives inside Manley. Got to go. So she has a chance to make it a three-point play here from the line. Manley drove, kind of off balance there, went off her foot. Pushed it off there with her right, got the fall. Daniel. Gonna go. Giving Manley a little bit of confidence boost. She hasn't had the shooting in the second half. She won, now 6 for 14 on the game. Three-point play is good. Ricochets off the rim and falls. 67-53 is your score now. Bowling Green leads by 14. There's Donahue. Miller. BG breaks the press again. Donahue drives to the right. Guarded there from Artero. Miller. Gherkin. Quick passing here from Bowling Green. Top of the key now, Kohler. Shot clock down to 7. Kohler. Hands it off, Donahue. Donahue drives. Shot clock down to 1. Donahue floats it in. They beat the shot clock. Ran it all the way down, and Donahue, a big basket for her. She now has 7. 69-53 BG. Lead up to 16. Gherkin. Heavy contact there on Manley. Manley kicks it out open in the corner there. That 3 is way off the mark. Almost hit the top of the backboard there. Another shot, no good. Rebound held in there from Gherkin. She is on double-double watch. 2 more rebounds for her, and she has it. Feeds it out to Ellis. Ellis spin moves and falls on the fast break for Bowling Green. Ellis now 9 points. 71-53 BG. The lead has extended to 18. Jackson. Have the guard there for Miller.
No dribble, no dribble.
Artero. Artero bounce pass inside, wide open in the post was Daniel. Got it up and in. Hers now up to 7 points, 71-55, down to 7:19 left. Donahue. Ellis inside. Donahue was wide open. What a run underneath the basket there from Donahue. She now has 9.
Take one here.
Quite the offensive explosion here now for BG. Looking to get a stop now defensively. Here's Jackson. Kohler. Jackson. Jackson worked her way left, now right. Jackson off bounce. Shot that one, no good. Rebound from Ellis. Ellis to Kohler. Here's Kohler. Kohler. Screen called there from Gherkin. Kohler. All over Paige Kohler. Couple of rage occasions, and that's going to be on Jackson. She's gone. And that's going to be on Jasmine Jackson, who's tied for the team lead with 13 points. Kohler took the foul. That is her 5th personal foul. She is done. So a night done there from Jackson. And her first game with the Raging Cajuns. Senior guard from Dallas, Texas, transferred from Georgia Southern, a team that's picked last in the Sun Belt.
She called foul.
And we got a little confusion.
He called foul. She was underneath.
I think we had a little bit of encroachment from the first free throw, but they called foul before.
That's a joke.
So, change their mind, and it will be BG ball. So they won't go to the line again.
Hey, change it. Let's go. About us. It's about us. Come on, y'all.
Hey, 10's holding her arms.
A pass there just swatted away from Manley.
Holding Gherkin's hands. Watch, she's going to hold her arms. Watch 10.
Miller will inbound this one for BG. 17 on the shot clock. 6:28 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 73-55 of Bowling Green. Gherkin will now inbound this one. A little confusing there. Who's going to set this play for BG? Gherkin gets it to Miller. Miller had it swat away there from Silva. Gets it back. Kohler.
10!
Kohler. Shot clock down to 7. Kohler. Couple of dribbles. Takes it to contact. Passes short. Call for the foul. They're going to get Artero on that foul. That's going to be her 4th. Correction, it's actually going to be on Jones there for Louisiana. That's going to be her 2nd. Well, if you want to know how this half has gone for Louisiana offensively, you just look at the box score. They had 20 in the first quarter, 17 in the second, and now if you combine the third and fourth quarter together, they just have 18. Been a very, very slow offensive second half for them, but a great defensive half for Bowling Green on the other side. Kohler's first attempt is good. Her second one hits off the side of the rim. So the team in a game high, 16 points now for Kohler. Here's Manley, a couple of step overs on Kohler. That one no good. Rebound goes right into the hands there. It was rejected there from Cook. They said they got the hand. of Manly. So Cook will be called for the foul.
2 on Jaden.
That'll be Cook. I'll be here a second.
Yeah, it's on Jaden.
So they'll go to the free throw line here for Louisiana. That one bounces in and out there for Jones.
Box out! Box out! Finish plays! Let's go! Ball!
Your judge's second attempt, that one no good. Over 2 trip there. 74-55, so your score under 6 minutes left here. 19 point for BG, looking to extend and put this one to bed. Here's Donahue. Oh, nice fake, Donahue. Out in the corner, Lauren Gherkin, 3, Gherkin! Offside rim, no good. Gets her own rebound. Gherkin feeds it back out to Donahue. Here's Cook. Cook inside, bounces Cook. That one a bit short, gets her own rebound. Cook, second one no good. Gherkin now fighting for that one. And Bowling Green couldn't finish. Here's Miller. Silver. Manley now working on Gherkin. Manley goes inside to the right side, and travel is going to be called. But before they did, they're going to get Miller on that one. One more and they shoot the rest of the way. 2-minute plus scoring out here for Louisiana, trying to break this one. Mid-range jumper there, no good there from Manley. Manley, though, gets the ball right back. That was went over the back, and with that foul, Louisiana is now in the bonus.
No, team. Well, it's our second.
Jackson already fouled out for Louisiana. Their tie leading point scorer, I should say, for Louisiana. Manley has 13. That went off front of the rim. No good. Boy, I tell you what, free throws have been a struggle for Louisiana. Now 5 for 11 as a team. The second one, takes a couple bounces and goes in. Now 6 for 12. Down here, bounce to Ellis. Ellis to Donahue. Triple team now. But Cage is in the corner. It's turned over there from Donahue. Giving back there. Can they capitalize off turnover? They can't. There's a Louisiana player just down on the floor. She has not moved. And hopefully she's okay. We'll see who that is. And that's Daniel. Amani Daniel. 8 points, 8 rebounds for her. As there's 3 Raging Cajuns, they're crashing in the corner. And she's still down on the floor here. And we're under 5 minutes here. We're not going to media timeout. At least not quite yet. And now we will. Daniel's okay. She's helped up to the floor with the athletic trainer staff, but this will be our last media timeout of this game. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, located 145 South Main Street, downtown Bowling Green, featuring coffee, craft beer, featuring breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You see the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. Thank you again, Juniper, for being a sponsor for the 3rd straight year for our BGSU women's basketball coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM. 74-56 is your score, Bowling Green. Up by a lot, looking to close this one out here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
A lot of people have trouble filing their taxes. I wonder if I can help.
You can help people with low to moderate income file their taxes through the IRS's Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, VITA, or Tax Counseling for the Elderly, TCE programs. As a volunteer, you'll learn how to prepare individual tax returns, and at the same time, you'll help taxpayers get tax credits and deductions they're entitled to. If you'd like to volunteer, go to irs.gov and type Tax Volunteer in the search field for more details.
Unlike other local sources, Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media will never charge a paywall to view our content. However, if you are looking to support student media, you can donate at the bottom of our stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM in Bowling Green, Ohio. At the Stro or on the road, the Falcon Media Sports Network is covering the Falcons all season.
Under 5 minutes left to play here in the Cajun Dome in Louisiana. 74-56 Bowling Green is your score. They're up by 18, looking to close this one out and start the 2025-2026 men's basketball season 1-0. And also get a win in the Max Sunbelt Challenge. This is the first one of two. The second one we played in Bowling Green on February 7th at the Stroh Center. TBD on the opponent. I'm Lucas Clymer alongside with you. Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, Noah Seeley will have you covered for post-game inside the Cooling Center, inside the WBG studio on the campus of Bowling Green State University. We'll also have John Nicolay post-game to talk about the game and also our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game. Inbound play here for Louisiana. That one's in the air and tipped away. That was Patterson putting up the shot block there from Kohler, got the rebound and took the foul too. Man, I tell you what, Paige Kohler, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, leading the team in assists. In that category, it's almost a norm for her. There's Miller and the Gherkin. There's Gherkin out the court, wide open. Gherkin and the Kohler will lock a load of 3. That one up front of the rim, no good. Gherkin and Ellis both fighting for the same rebound with Patterson. It's going to be Louisiana ball, but 2 Falcons there. Trying to get that one. Gherkin is 1 rebound shy of a double-double. And a return played 10 games for Bowling Green.
Watch the ball screen, Gherkin!
Last year before missing the rest of the year due to injury. Sloppy basketball there for Louisiana. That one pass was intended for Patterson. It goes right into the hands of Kohler. Kohler comes away. Going to take their time here. 4:20 left here. 74-56 BG. Out to Kohler on the fast break, and that one off front of the iron. No good. But she is fouled. That'll go down as Kohler's first steal, by the way, on the defensive end.
We shoot the rest of the way.
So she's now ticked every box there for her stats. And Kohler will go to the Jersey stripe. Once again, this will be her 7th trip to the free throw line. She's 10 for 12 so far. She's now going to pass the entire Louisiana team from the free throw line with these 2, with the amount of attempts she's had from the line. First one, you bet, up and good. 75-56 now. .20 lead now for Bowling Green, 76-56. They have absolutely dominated this second half, outscoring them 35-19. Apologies, now 36-19. Here in the left wing, here Manley. Manley guarded by Donahue. Manley pumps it up there with the right floater. Got it to go. 56 now for Louisiana, 76 for Bowling Green. That's just carelessly given away there from Donahue. Out to Jones. Jones under contact with Miller. Getting the rebound there from Price. That one is in. Careless giveaway there. 76-60 now. We cut down to 16. High press being provided here for Louisiana to get this one out. They break the press to Kohler. Kohler on the fast break, working on there with Artero. Couldn't get it to go. Gherkin got it right back. Gherkin to Donahue. Here's Donahue. Drives Donahue floater. That one off the front rim, no good.
Oh, that's ice.
That's going to be Bowling Green ball. Donahue bounced that one off of Ba. It'll be BG ball. And the person who kept that play alive for BG was Gherkin to get a rebound. She now has a double-double. 11 points, 10 rebounds, and her first game back in quite some time. Almost a year for Lauren Gherkin to start the year. So quite the year for her. 15 the shot clock here for Bowling Green. Here's Kohler, right wing, bounce pass inside. Ellis working inside the pink. Gherkin now try mid-range two. That one just a bit short. And that one's going to fall right into the hands of Daniel. Dana now on the fast break for Louisiana. Daniel, spin move on Kohler. Puts up for the left there. Rejected from Donahue. She'll be called for the travel.
Coach, you got all your timeouts if you want them.
Under 3 minutes to play here now, Louisiana. 76-60 BG.
That's under a minute. Be strong with the board.
And Donahue, Ellis. Sandwich in between. Gherkin. Bounce pass. Found the open man. Kohler. Oh, just a bit too strong underneath the basket. And they bounced that one off of Gherkin. Well, they broke the press there, Bowling Green. Ellis was double teamed. Did well to find open man Gherkin. Bounce pass Kohler, just a bit too strong. And that's just stuff you'll find easier as the season goes along. So first game between these two teams. First ever meeting between these two programs. Driving to the rim, they're open. Jones. And a little sloppy there. That's going to be on Ellis. There's a late hit. And Jones already went up to the rim. .234 left. 16-point lead now for BG. And going to the line is Jones. She's 0 for 2 from the free throw line so far this game. Just 4 points for her. First one is ricochets in and out. Making now 0 for 3 for her. 2 for 8 from the floor. Her second one is up and in. So they got to catch that one in. Bowling Green, a 4:34 scoring drought. 0 for 8 for the last field goal range. They haven't scored nearly 5 minutes. Donahue, Miller. Miller loses the ball. Price. Off the giveaway, Price. And that's going to force Jamil to burn a timeout. Price got that one to go. 76. 63 will be your score. It's a quick timeout for Bowling Green, so we'll stay right here. The timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can see this menu by visiting juniperbrew.com. We'll stay right here for Bowling Green and Louisiana here in the Cajun Dome in Lafayette, Louisiana. Team flew in on Sunday. About Sunday, they practiced at Louisiana State University. Then they drove an hour to Lafayette. Spent the night, woke up, had the day to prepare here at the gym in the shoot around. Now looking to close out a win here. It's been a struggle now. A 7-0 run here for the Raging Cajuns. 76-63, 13-point lead now. It was a 20-point lead at one point for Bowling Green. Donahue, Ellis. Here's Donahue again. And she's going to be called for the travel. Turnover for Bowling Green, wow. Well, the press now for Louisiana has been working. And this has been a common theme that was last year, if you remember, for our listeners, for Bowling Green last season. They struggled closing out games. Fourth quarter was a big, big issue, especially in non-conference play. Now they're trying to do so once again here. Nice finish there from Price. Drove inside to Miller. Nothing was called there. Had put her shoulder inside the freshman. Lead cut down to 11, almost single digits here. Quite the comeback here for Louisiana. 9-0 run here in the last 2 minutes. Donahue. Donahue gets to the Kohler. Here's Kohler. 2 minutes left. Heavily guard here from Malik. Kohler dribble around, couple nice little step overs, trying to waste as much time as she can. Down to 13. The crowd now getting into it, trying to get it to Bowling Green. Down under single digits. Shot clock. Donahue pass too strong underneath the other side of the rim. Turnover. Here comes Price. Price has it stripped away from behind. That's Donahue coming back to get her own, get their own retake. Kohler. Get it to Miller. Here's Miller. Heavy contact there, Miller. And pressure. That ball went to my direction. I was able to touch it there, so I got my piece of basketball action. That would hand it out to head coach Fred Shamil, but It'll be BG ball there. Miller was fouled hard. Miller will go to the free throw line. Remember, there are in the bonus Bowling Green, so this is a chance for Bowling Green to break a scoring drought that has been near over 5 minutes. Miller, first one's good. 77-65. Two for two trip there for the freshman. How about that? That was her first collegiate attempt for the free throw line. 78-65. 13-point lead now for Bowling Green. And too strong on the pass there. Intended there from Mosley in the left wing. It was passed off there from Manley. It was too strong. It'll be a turnover. Down to a minute 14.
Her hand is across the. Her hand can't be over that.
Here come Louisiana. Here's Donahue. Miller. Down to a minute. Gherkin. Kohler in the corner. Here's Kohler. Spin moves. Kohler still. Kohler. Hard pass to Miller. Miller pump fakes. Miller floater. Got to go. How about the composure for the freshman in her first collegiate game? Got the fall.
Flow game.
Who was it?
What happened?
And it looks like they're going to get foul on Kohler. And that's going to be Kohler's third, if it stands. 80-65 is your score. 46.3 is left on the game. Not quite sure what happened. Might have been something off the ball. Here's Price. Long three off front of the rim, no good. Both teams jockeying for the rebound. That was Mosey there running with their head cut off underneath the basket to try to get it. Timeout's going to be taken here from Shamil. 35.2 seconds left. 30-second timeout for Bowling Green. We'll stay right here. This time that's sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. Located 145 South down in downtown Bowling Green. You can see the race menu at juniperbrew.com. We'll stay right here with this one. So if all things stand and all things signs to be pointing to Bowling Green starting the season 1-0, it is so last year in the Max Sunbelt Challenge. They beat Southern Mississippi at the Show Center. Reminder, Bowling Green coming up next, a return for head coach Fred Shamil, where he spent 10 years as an assistant at South Carolina. Facing the number 2 ranked in the country, South Carolina Gamecocks, against legendary head coach Don Staley, a team that has national championship aspirations, a team that won the Natty a couple years ago. Be in South Carolina. One of the best atmospheres all of women's basketball, all of college basketball. Constantly sold out. That'll be a big test and learning group for this team. That'll be on the call this Friday here on WBG 88.1 FM at 7:30 on Falcon Radio, pardon me, on that one. Ball back inbound here for Bowling Green. 25 seconds left. 4 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. Here's Kohler left wing. Inside Gherkin. Gherkin spins. Gherkin just a bit short. Ellis picks up the rebound. Puts it up and in. Shot clock is off. 82-65. Bowling Green's going to come out of Lafayette with a W. As Price will check this one all the way down. Now down to 10 seconds. Down to 8. Spin move. Strong finish there from Price. And the 6.4 seconds. And to Donahue. Down to 3. Donahue going to dribble this one out. Buzzer sounds. Bowling Green starts 2025, 26, 1-0. Second straight year for Fred Shamil. They start the year with a win. 82-67 is your score. Bowling Green comes to Lafayette and gets a W. Big win for Bowling Green to start the year. We're going to take a quick step aside, and when we come back, we'll be joined The postgame show with Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Noah Seeley. We'll also be joined by John Nicolay and our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guy player of the game, Lauren Gherkin. Don't care, we're listening to BGS Women's Basketball here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
For the second straight year, Falcon Media Sports Network is partnering with WBGU PBS to broadcast Falcon men's and women's soccer matches. Tune in to WBGU PBS YouTube's live streams to hear Lucas Kleinmeyer, Henry Costco, and other Falcon Media Sports Network talent on the call.
Falcon Media Sports Network writes and publishes over 1,000 stories per year, including game previews, recaps, sidebars, opinion pieces, feature stories, and more. Head over to bgfalconmedia.com to view all of our content for every sport throughout the year. Welcome to the Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show here on WBGU 88.1 FM. I'm Adam Duffin, joined alongside by Trey Kennedy and Noah Seeley, as the Bowling Green Falcons women's basketball team wins 82-67 over Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. So, just any key things to point out on the stat sheet for you guys?
You know, I was really happy how they came out in that second half. You know, after it being such a tight, close game in that first half, and really seeing this team take command offensively and defensively. What do you think, Noah?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like we mentioned after that first half, they just kind of needed to get the jitters out. They come back out in the third quarter, outscore Louisiana 24-13. Just a huge quarter for the Orange and Brown.
You know, turnovers were a huge issue offensively for the Falcons. They still led Louisiana in that department with 22 total turnovers committed compared to Louisiana's 20. However, they minimized that total in that second half, and we saw Paige Kohler emerge as she had 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists on the evening.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that was the Paige Kohler we were expecting to see. Again, could have easily been for her even, just getting into the field of play, getting used to it once again. Taken a couple months off, I'm sure, of actual game play. So being able to come back, gets herself 18, 6, and 4. Not too far off of 28 and 8, guys. I was not too far off.
You didn't do too bad with that one at all there, Noah. And Trey?
5-0 for 3 from the 3-point line. Not good.
But one thing I would like to add from that is Paige is one of those players where if she can do everything else, the 3-point shots will fall at some point in the season. So the 5 threes made is not a crazy take. It just takes a little bit of time for her to figure it out. And I'm sure at some point this season she will have 5 threes.
I think she made up for it, though, finding several BG players wide open in the corner or at the top of the key for 3-pointers as well.
Without a doubt.
And we will now go to a short break before we have Lucas Kleinmeyer come back with some post-game interviews. We'll see exactly how that goes, but we'll take a short break.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show on WBGU 88.1 FM as the Falcons women's basketball team won 82-67. And what else did you guys notice throughout the game? The stat sheet, popped out at you, but what else did you see within that stat sheet?
Well, I had mentioned it earlier. Again, one of my Falcon 4's keys of the game was Bowling Green's defense as a whole. I mentioned it time and time again how Coach Fred Shamil wants to see this defense emerge and improve upon how they were last season. And you really saw that in the second half, not allowing many points to come by for that Louisiana offense.
Yeah, I think another thing that we need to talk about, Trey, is Lauren Gherkin. had herself a double-double. I think between her and Paige, it could be a toss-up between player of the game, but they both did a very good job. Another stat that I think is interesting to talk about is Jasmine Jackson, the leading scorer for Louisiana, before, in the first half, ended up getting fouled out with 5 fouls. So then Amisha Price came in, finished the game with 17 points, did a good job of filling in once Jackson had fouled out.
Yeah, I mean, she was huge in that first half, and Bowling Green really narrowed down her ability to score offensively and ultimately causing her fits, making it hard and challenging for Louisiana as a whole.
Another thing that we didn't talk too much about, Lily Ba did not get much playing time at all, only had 5 minutes for the Raging Cajuns. Not something we expected, seeing after their exhibition matches. We expected her to play a little bit more, get a little bit more time. Don't know exactly what that was about. Could just be something that they're trying to figure out their team as a whole with all 12 new players. They're taking time trying to figure out which person fits in where at what time. So it's a tough thing for them. I'm sure they're going to take pieces from this game, because there was definitely pieces in this game for Louisiana that looked good. First half was very even matchup. Bowling Green just looked like the better team in the second half.
Yeah, the Falcons outscored Louisiana by 13 in that second half, as it was 39-37 at half, finished 82-67. And really quick, do you guys have any player of the game? I know you guys mentioned Kohler and Gherkin. Do you both agree on that, or what do you think? Trey, I'll start with you.
I mean, I think it's Paige Kohler. She was in total command of this offense as his team and as a whole. The leadership that she has emerged and continued from last season, it's very evident, finishing with 18, 6 and 4, as we stated. I think it's Paige.
Okay, so we're going to take a break here and go to Lucas Kleinmeyer at the Cajun Dome with Laura Gherkin. Wait a minute, we will stay in the Cooling Center for a moment. So you mentioned Paige Kohler. No, sorry I had to cut you off, Trey. But Noah.
My take. So personally, I do agree. I do think it.
Or Gherkin. What do you think about Gherkin's game?
So for Gherkin, I was going to mention, I think that's a different dynamic that we didn't expect to see, with her being the second person on this team, having the second most minutes with 34 minutes. So I would say her getting that double-double is huge for the team to find that extra person, because I still think Janae Donahue is that second best player, but I think Gherkin can do a great job of being that third person.
Lauren Gherkin missing basically the entire season, only playing in 10 games last season, was a huge miss for the Falcons. And her emerging today, as you just stated, was huge. And if she can continue to put that momentum together game by game, is going to be huge for this Falcons team, especially showing her versatility on the floor.
Without a doubt. Had a stat in every single sheet except a foul, which is pretty impressive, if you ask me. Had herself 2 blocks and a steal. Had an assist, had 10 rebounds and 11 points. Did a great job tonight.
And speaking of, great game by the Falcons, also a great game for the men's team. They won over Texas State 83-48, so a very good match for them. But we will now throw it back to Lucas Kleinmeyer at the Cajun Dome as he's with assistant coach John Nicolay.
Thanks, Adam. Now joined post-game with assistant coach John Nicolay. Coach, first off, congrats to the win. 1-0 again. Awesome.
Yeah, we'll take it. Road wins are tough to get. This place is tough to play in. It's not historically been very friendly for the visiting team. So we're excited to come out here with a win.
Well, Coach, one of the big things that stood out to me was the points off the bench, especially in the first half, but also your guys' points in the paint. I think you guys were very efficient down low. What did you see in those 2 areas of the game, but also your overall thoughts in other areas as well?
Yeah, I felt like we did a good job of moving the basketball and kind of changing our pace of play. We were able to get downhill when we were able to do that. They're very help oriented, so we were drawing help, able to dump off for easy looks or get all the way to the rim and pick up fouls. We put them in some foul trouble issues, and for us to shoot as well as we did from the free throw line, that was a huge key.
Yeah. For sure. You guys held them to just 30 points in the second half. They had 37 in the first. It felt like something just changed really defensively, especially start the third quarter. You guys had that great start in the third quarter. What kind of changed from there and kind of led you guys to second half dominance where really, at least in my opinion, you guys kind of like took control of the game and ran away with it?
Yeah, we our starters were back out on the floor, not in foul trouble. I mean, that had a little bit to do with it. But we talked at halftime in the locker room, just playing the way we should be playing to our standards. We didn't necessarily do that in the first quarter. Second quarter, we had big play from our bench, kind of sparked us a little bit. But it was, I think, going out in the third, it was kind of like, okay, everybody catch their breath, nerves are gone, and it's time to get down to business.
Yeah. Well, Coach, final question. She is Falcon Media's player of the game, but return of Lauren Gherkin, first game of the season, but, missed a lot of last year due to injury. How was it having her back on the floor?
Yeah, it's nice to have that threat. She's got the ability to stretch the D. I mean, I was more impressed. I'll take the 10, what did she have rebound-wise? 10.
Double-double.
I'll take the 10 rebounds over the 11 points. That one stood out to me. But, no, it's nice to have her her versatility and what she brings out there gives us a lot of options, and we're glad she's in BG.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win. 1-0 again for a second straight year, and go celebrate.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guy player of the game, Lauren Gherkin.
My therapist had told me that I needed to go to AA meetings, but I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go because I didn't want to be an alcoholic. That was not what I wanted to grow up and be. I didn't want to go to AA, but I did, and it wasn't what I expected by any means. It was friendly. I could feel it. I mean, I could feel the happiness. It's really great.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
Back here one final time, at least for me, here in the Cajun Dome. Bowling Green 82-67 victorious over Louisiana Raging Cajuns. We are now joined by our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guy player of the game for the first time this season, Lauren Gherkin. Lauren, first of all, congratulations. First win, obviously, first game of the season. Overall thoughts on the game?
I thought it was really good. We came out a little slow. I mean, I think it was a little bit of nerves first game of the season, but after halftime, I think we composed ourselves a little bit, and one of our big keys was road composure, and I think we did a good job of that in the second and third quarter.
For sure. So for you, obviously, you played 10 games last year. Missed a lot of last year due to injury, but first game back, double-double for you, 11 points, 10 rebounds. How was it just being back on the floor?
It was really good. I've been waiting for this moment for months now, and finally being able to be out here. It's a lot different than being out in practice and like a scrimmage, but it was just so exciting and so excited for the rest of the season.
Awesome. Well, Nicolay talked about it a little bit with the rebounding battle. The rebounding battle was kind of tight, but it felt like you guys got more key rebounds when needed, especially to keep offensive possession alive. And obviously you had 10 rebounds yourself, so you had quite a few of those. What did you kind of see there on the floor with the rebounding battle?
Yeah, the Louisiana was a really physical team, so I think a main point we had was just being physical. Even if you're not the one getting the rebound, is just boxing out so your teammates can get the opportunity, and I think we just did a good job of that overall.
Yep. Final question, Lauren, would be remiss. Paige, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists as well. A lot on her shoulders this year, getting all the accolades and also being one of the leaders of this team. How do you think she did this game, but also how is it playing with her once again on the floor?
I mean, it's really good. She's like one of my best friends, so it's really exciting to be able to do that. And she did a really good job of getting downhill tonight. I think she got to the free throw line,
A lot of times.
She shot 14 free throws.
Yeah.
So she did a really good job getting downhill and distributing for the rest of the team.
Perfect. Well, Lauren, thank you so much. Congratulations once again, and enjoy the win.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for us here in the Cajun Dome. Here, I will send it back over to Adam Duffin, Trey Kennedy, and Noah Seeley in the Cooling Center. That's going to do it for us here. Final score, Bowling Green 87-67.
Good job by Lucas Kleinmeyer on the call today as the Falcons won 82-67. We're back in studio, Adam Duffin along with Trey Kennedy and Noah Seeley. Now, Falcons, we heard Coach Nicolay and Lauren Gherkin in the postgame talk about how great the game was and how you guys talked about it earlier. Now, let's go around the MAC a bit, as there was a lot of action, all the teams playing today. Most of the games have wrapped up now. I'll point out the ones that have ended now, as James Madison beat Kent State 80-48, Marshall beat Buffalo 53-39, Georgia Southern beat Central Michigan 98-72. Along with that, some other games going on here, as Troy beat Toledo 88-51, and UMass beat Old Dominion 58-52. So a lot of Sun Belt teams winning so far in this SBC MAC Challenge. Some other games going on has South Alabama beating Akron currently as well, 57-30. So Bowling Green, one of the few MAC teams to take advantage of a Sun Belt team in this challenge on so far. So any final thoughts from you two, as the Falcons will look to face number 2 South Carolina on Friday?
You know, that game is going to be a test in and of itself, but you have to be happy with how Bowling Green responded in that second half, winning ultimately by 15 and having 3 players in double figures, and Jaden Cook with 8 points on the night, almost also in double figures as well. You have to be happy, Noah, by how this team responded to adversity, the jitters getting out of them in that first half, and ultimately playing the way they were supposed to tonight.
Yeah, and I think one of the hardest things to do in sports is to beat a team you're supposed to beat. And with Louisiana coming in, no returning players, you're coming in, you have Paige Kohler, you have Janae Donahue, you have girls that have been in this program for multiple years now at this point. You were expected to win that game. So not only did they come out after that for the flat first half and dominate the second half, but it was a pivotal game to get ready for the toughest matchup of the season, hands down, in South Carolina. So to be able to take this win and hopefully build on it against South Carolina will be huge.
Well, it was a good day for Bowling Green basketball as the men's and women's team get a victory to open up the season. And make sure to go to bgfalconmedia.com for recaps, sidebars, all the news you can get about Falcon sports, along with hockey season, volleyball season, all of it you can find there. Bowling Green will play against South Carolina on Friday on the road in South Carolina, as Lucas Kleinmeyer will be on the call for that one as well. So from Noah Seeley, Trey Kennedy, I'm Adam Duffin from the Cooleen Center, and hope you have a great rest of the night, Falcon fans.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconmedia.com.